That green light. Let's get it. Let's get it. And we are on. Hey guys, how you going? So down BKRsport. We're here as the Sydney Roosters take on the Canterbury Bulldogs in round 14 of the NRL. We've got a big slate of NRL games here today. We've got 3 games to go through. It is the Roosters Bulldogs, then we've got the Cowboy Storm and the Panthers versus the Dragons. We'll be here live for all 3 of them. Obviously, guys, we weren't streaming yesterday due to the fact that I was at the Titans game versus the Rabbitohs. That vlog will come out tomorrow at 5 p.m. or 5:30 p.m. Which should be an interesting one. But, you know, obviously we keep on moving. You know, I just got to do as much as I can do. All I can do is turn up and support my team. And, you know, although it is difficult, and although it is tough, the fact of the matter is that hopefully I motivate others who are Titans fans or, you know, on the border to be able to go to their games and support their team. Because at the moment, we really do need it, to be fair. But let's get into this game here. Between the Sydney Roosters and the Bulldogs. Obviously, guys, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you are new around here. Now, the ins and outs here for the Roosters today, they are $1.31 favourites and are sitting in 10th position, but if they win, they will, I think, they will go into 9th position above the Titans. They will, yeah, they'll go into 9th position above the Titans there. This is in Gosford. This is at Central Coast Stadium. Obviously, Central Coast is a party right now after winning the A-League last night. I know not many people give a shit about that, but the fact of the matter is that they did win last night in a big result. So, congratulations to Central Coast. But the ends here for the Roosters, Jared Warrior-Hargreaves, Joey Manu, and Junior Polgar come into the team with Brandon Smith, Jackson Bolo, and Victor Radley going out of the team. James Tedesco is the captain and fullback. Hopefully, we see a rejuvenation game from him today because, obviously, he was not great in Origin. Even though I was backing him in the whole way. On the wings, Corey Allen and Junior Polgar with Billy Smith and Joey Suali'i in the centres. You got Joey Manu as a 5'8", Luke Keary as the halfback, Jared Warrior-Hargreaves and Lindsay Collins front row, and then Jake Turpin is the hooker. Egan Butcher and Nat Butcher are the back row, and then Siteli Tupoinua is the lock. Interchange-wise, Nathan Brown, Angus Crichton, Matthew Lodge, and Sanders Smith with the reserve 18th man being Drew Hutchison. Roosters, geez, they need to win this game. Like, they just desperately need to win this game. If they don't win this game, there is something seriously wrong. Like, there is something wrong with this club right now, but if they don't win this game, God help them for the rest of this season, because this is a game they absolutely should be winning. Moving over to the Canterbury Bulldogs, Khaled Rajab and Ryan Sutton come in with Jacob Carraz and Samuel Hughes going out. Unlucky there with Carraz. Obviously, he has been injured for a decent point of this season. So it's really, it's not great to be able to see him constantly out, but hopefully he gets better as soon as possible, because he is a great winger when he is in the game. Hayes Perham is the fullback with Blake Willison and Josh Adokar on the wings. I don't know why I said Willison, Blake Wilson and Josh Adokar on the wings. Paul Adamotti and Jake Averillo are the centres. Carl Oluwapu with the 5'8", Matty Burton as the captain and the halfback, with Max King and Ryan Sutton front row. Reid Marnie is the number 9 with Jaden Okunbor and Jacob Preston back row, and then Tavita Punga Jr. is the lock. Tavita Cat Jr., look at him go. Corey Waddell, Curtis Marin, Harrison Edwards and Khaled Rajab as the interchange, with Josh Reynolds as the 18th man replacement. Like I said, guys, realistically, the Roosters should be winning this game. They are $1.31 favourites. There's a reason why that's the case. But then again, it's also a little bit confusing considering the struggles that the Roosters have gone through this season. You know, the Roosters are currently in 10th position. If they lose this game, if they lost by like 14, 16 points, they go below the Bulldogs. That would help the Titans out, to be fair, because the Dogs would have to win by about 60 points to go above the Titans. But, if the Roosters were to lose this game, they would go below Manly. They would go below the Knights because they've both got their byes. And the Eels, they would go below as well. So the Roosters would go into 13th. And if they lost by 14 to 16 points, because the minus 67 points differential of the Roosters, comparatively to the minus 93 of the Bulldogs, the Roosters have the potential to go into the bottom 4 today, tonight, because of the byes there. They would go into the bottom 4 below the Bulldogs there. Now, if the Roosters were to win, then they would go just one spot up into 9th position, because their points differential, they would need to win by 61 or more points to go above the Dolphins. Actually, that's really positive, I just realised. That's actually really positive for a few things, because with the Dolphins losing yesterday, yeah, that's really positive for a few reasons, because it keeps the comp even closer there for the teams around the 8. I'm also speaking about myself there. If the Doggies were to win, they would... Yeah, they just have to win by 16 points to go above. If they win, they will probably just still stay in 14th spot. They need to win by 16 or more points to go into 13th spot, which would be above the Roosters because they cannot go above the Eels, Knights, or Manly with their buys. And if the Bulldogs were to lose, the Cowboys, if they were to beat the Storm today, would go above them. So the Bulldogs would then go into the bottom 3, and the Cowboys would go up into 14th position. I think that is, yeah. They would go to 14th position, and nothing else can change because the Dragons, they have a much better points differential than the Dogs and the Cowboys and whatnot, but they are only on 8 points. So, yeah. To be fair, if the Dragons beat the Panthers today by a little bit, and then the Cowboys lost to the Storm by a decent little bit, then the Dragons actually would go above them, and the Cowboys go to last. But obviously, that's for those games a little bit later on. But guys, like I said, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new around here. Appreciate you guys as always. And we're going to get about 10 minutes to go here until the game kick off. Farah says the Bulldogs will win. It's happening soon. Good luck. Reece Dumbledore says hello. Hello, mate. Scott John said I think the Dogs win. Farah says I do not think the Bulldogs will win. I'm sure they will win. What team are you going for? Wait, what? What? What do you mean? I do not think the Bulldogs will win. Oh, I get you now. I do not think the Bulldogs will win. I know they will win. All right. You need to put a comma. You need to put a comma. Otherwise, I don't get what you're saying. But, well, I got to see it in the end. Get why somebody Mouse says, what a win for City. The treble is getting closer. Let's go to baby boys. Yeah, the Sharks. Yeah, the Shark. Man City double. The English double. And now on our way to potentially getting the treble. Sammy Jenkins says, let's go. Get around him, man. Hope you're feeling better after yesterday. Cortez says, surely you stuck it to the boys yesterday. See, Cortez, I'm in a really difficult position. I won't lie to you, man. I'm in a very, very difficult position individually myself because, like, obviously I defend this team. I'm a vocal voice for this team in the Gold Coast Titans, you know, and I go to every game and I will always defend the club and I will always defend the team. But I also know a lot of these guys, you know, off camera, you know, I don't want to individualize any players. This is a team effort right now and the issues that we are currently facing. So it's really difficult for me because I don't want to, you know, get on the bad side with anybody because I actually do know these guys off the field, right? But I also, it does get to a point where honest conversations need to be had. And there is, you know, we'll discuss it a lot more with Kalaki on the Gold Coast Frontline podcast, as you can see there in the pinned comment. If you guys aren't subscribed there, it'll be on Spotify and Apple within the next 24 hours. Yeah, honest conversations need to start being had. So I'm in a very difficult predicament, but the fact of the matter is that, you know, we keep on turning up, man. We keep on turning up. Scott John says if the Roosters lose, they will be going all out to get Mitch Pearce. All right, man. That's the answer. Mitchell Pearce is the answer. Get my some emails. I think Farah wants the Roosters to win, Joe. I think Farah wants the Roosters to win. Brocky Sports says, hey, BKR, good seeing you yesterday, legend. Appreciate you, man, for you know, coming on down and getting amongst the front line and whatnot. Obviously not the result that we wanted, but the fact of the matter is we're going to just turn up. And on Thursday night, God help that crowd. You know, I don't know how many people will be there. Maybe we go back to the days of like 5,000 crowd. But, you know I'll be there, and that's the main thing. Timmy Carter says, man, I was crying yesterday. We need to change every week. It's the same story. Something needs to change for our club. Yeah, I know. I feel it. Don't you worry. I feel it. Scott Johnson says, the way the Roosters are playing, they are a shout at the wooden spoon. No, they're not. No, they're not a shout for the wooden spoon. They're definitely a shout to miss the 8 for sure. Absolutely. There's no question about that. They are currently in 10th position. And again, if they lose today by 16 points or more, they will go into the bottom 4 this weekend. They'll go into the bottom 4 today. So the Roosters have to find a way to just get this win today. If they don't win, they still will go to 13th, regardless if they lose by 16 or 16 or less. They'll go to 13th. If they lose by 16 or more, they go to 14th. So, yeah, the Roosters are a club you just don't expect to be seeing in that bottom 4, and there's a chance. It's not a horrific chance that they could do it. Like, they honestly could go into that bottom 4 today. But I don't think they do. I do think the Roosters win here. Actually, I just realised I didn't do my tips. I got all the away games. I didn't do my tips on the website, so I did my tips on TikTok and Instagram. If you guys aren't following me there, you would have seen them. If you are following me there, you would have seen them. If you aren't following me, well, go buddy follow, because then you'll see them. But let me do my tips for today, so at least I can try and get these little bad boys, please, for the love. Because I don't want to tip the doggies, but in the same sense, you know, maybe I should just leave it, because my tips this week wouldn't have been great if I actually had remembered to do them. Because at least I got the Rabbitohs last night. I wouldn't have tipped the Rabbitohs, but at least because they're the away team. I got the Raiders. I would have got the Raiders, though. I got the Raiders. Why is it not letting me click on to NRL tipping? Why is it not letting me do it? I just want to do it. Please let me do it. Please let me... there we go. Now we're working. Okay, so I got the Raiders game right. I would have. I would have tipped the Waz, though. Spewing, so... bullshit, man. Because I didn't put my my tips in as well, I get the margin game of Broncos Sharks at 7. So I only got it wrong by 1. I'm flying, lads. Don't ever doubt me, eh? Don't ever doubt me. We'll go Roosters, we'll go Storm, and we'll go Panthers. Yeah, today's not the day you want away teams. Today is not the day that you want away teams, man. Actually, let's go see where I am in the tipping rankings. Now, for our competition, for our tipping on BKRsport. 24th, lovely. Lovely. Not great. 61. I'm 10 behind Hayden, Entertain House. And number 1. Good on you, Entertain House. Being number 1. There you go. Bing bong. Big bong. And his Central Coast won last night. He's having a time. Time to be alive. I'm going to see who tipped who. Okay, cool. Yep. Yep. Okay. I'm just going to pretend I didn't see what I just saw there. Oh no, I just exited out of things. Oh my god, things are all over the shop right now. Gee whiz, he's all over the shop. Daniel Second says, hi, how are you? Been better. Christian Care says, was a good game yesterday, Blaze. Okay, mate. Get my son at your mouth says, if Dragons beat Panthers, I'll eat both my shoes. Oh my god. If the Dragons beat the Panthers, I'll eat both of my shoes. Jasper said, I think our performance last night was the most complete of the year. Beat the Sharks at home on Saturday night. I didn't get to watch the game, man, so I can't really give you too much of a rundown. Last night, I wasn't watching the game because I was outside our stadium waiting for our boys and our coach and whatnot. Julian Pretorius is looking young, Blaze. Thanks, mate. I am only 14 years old, so, we're cracking on. Cole Strike says, Bulldogs 1-12. Scott Johnson says, Kenny had a good debut. He had to go and tried. Yeah, you can't blame the young bloke. I love Keanu. He's a good man, and he tried his best. He came up against a good team. And again, the thing that people are misunderstanding about this and the reason why I'm upset with the result and why other people are upset with the result, it's not about the Rabbitohs. The Rabbitohs are a good team. Like, I predicted them to win the comp pre-season. There's a reason why they were heavy favourites for that game. And no one, I don't believe, is actually upset at the fact that we lost to the Rabbitohs. No one's frustrated with that. The Rabbitohs are a team that can beat us and should beat us. They are a premiership contender, whilst we currently aren't. The issue that is the most upsetting and the frustrating thing is that we lost that game the exact same way we have lost every other game this season. It's the same thing. The Dolphins, up at half-time, lose. The Knights, up at half-time, lose. The Dogs, up at half-time, and lose. The Rabbitohs, up at half-time again, and lose. We are literally first in the competition for first halves. Like, we are first. We are undefeated in the first half this season. And that's a fact. That's not an opinion. That is a literal fact. So the point of the matter is that, again, and Broncos, up at half-time, we lost. All the Cowboys up at halftime we lost. We had excuses in that game in AJ Brims and Kieran Foran going down, but in the same sense, maybe the same thing happens anyway. For so long I was like, oh, well, AJ Brimson and Kieran Foran went down, so maybe it was the fact that it was those injuries and that just threw our game out because we were dominating. But then again, who's to say the same shit doesn't happen? So it just puts the whole season back into perspective. Like, even the games that we had excuses for, there's now no excuses for it, right? Because you just think that, okay, in that Cowboys game up in North Queensland and Townsville, the same shit probably would have happened regardless. And although I sit here and I back my team in 24/7, honest conversations need to be had. Farris says, get my ice on my mouth, the Panthers will win, chill you. No, he knows that. That's what he's saying. He's literally saying the Panthers will beat the Dragons by saying what he said. Matthew Barnes is, how do you think the Roosters will go against Panthers next week? Well, let's see what they do with going in this game right now. Like, next week, based off of what we've seen so far this season, you'd probably think that the Roosters get pumped next week by the Panthers. Especially considering that's the week in between the origin periods, so the boys can still go all out. There's no worries there. But the week after might be a little bit different. But yeah, look, I want to see them go through this game first because the Doggies, they're not a great team. They're not a great team at all. There's a reason why they're in the bottom 4 right now and with a chance to go into that bottom 3. So the Roosters should be putting the sword to them, absolutely, if they think that they are the team that they were circle jerking themselves about pre-season. Call straight, my dad goes to the Roosters. Are going to be a loud afternoon. Brendan Wesley says, once again, I sit 2 hours away from either ecstasy or crippling depression again. Brendan, don't you think I know that? Don't you think I know all about it? So the Roosters and the Bulldogs are out on the field. Here we go, guys. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Do not forget, we'll be live here for this game. We'll also be live for the Cowboys and Storm game, and then we'll also be live for the last game, which is the Panthers and Dragons. God help us. I need all of you to turn up, eh? I need all of you to turn up because that's going to be a slog of a stream. That's going to be slog of a stream. Julian Batora, bro, like, not the time, my guy. Like, I know who you are. Obviously, I saw you at the Tigers game last week. I know you're having a bit of a laugh and whatnot. But yeah, it's a bit raw right now, a bit fresh. Your team's still dog shit, bro. So let's just remember the Tigers are current wooden spooners and are still in the bottom 3, right? Like, I don't know why you're talking shit when we've already beaten you this year. So just enjoy the game, sit back, enjoy the show, and we'll have a bit of banter from tomorrow onwards or whatnot. But for the time being, just remember your team is still absolutely shithouse. So it's gonna be second tackle now for the Roosters. They get to the 25. Jasper says our defense was really good stuff. I'll have a look at it later on tonight, maybe. Reese Unload says, SJ Masterclass last night. Yeah, I nearly got rid of him in my Supercoach team too. I nearly got rid of him because he performed so poorly last week, but I kept him, and thank God I did. Let that side, James Tedesco gets the ball to the 40, 4 tackle now. 4 tackle now. They got left-hand side, Jake Turpin playing the hooker with Brandon Smith out, and it's going to be Siteli Tupanua taking down to the halfway point, 5th tackle. But yeah, I was so close to getting rid of Sean Johnson, man. But just at home, at Mount Smart, SJ, thanks for coming. Thanks for coming, Dolphins. And with that loss, that means that it's still only going to be... It honestly could be 2 points between third last. I think it's third last. It could be 2 points from third... No, it'd be 4 points between potentially second last and the top 8. 4 points, 2 wins between second last and the top 8. Just shows you every game is important. So 4 tackle here for the Doggies there. 35 metres out from their own line. Brian says, Sharks made heaps of errors whilst our defense was good. I think it was more on the Sharks than us. I was really impressed with the Titans' first half. I was thinking South might cop 3 losses in a row. It's the same old Brighton. You're right. You are right. But in the same sense, the Titans still gave up, 16, 18 points in that first half. I think 16, and we scored 22. It's still not good enough. But the Roosters get this ball to the 25. Now, I will also say in regards to that game, you can't blame referees at all when you're giving up 46 points. You can't do it. There were some very questionable calls, however. For example, the hip drop. The hip drop that completely changed the momentum in the second half. The Rabbitohs are probably going to win that game anyway, but it is really frustrating to see that stuff because it very clearly, you'll see on the vlog, I tore the ref a new one. I don't usually absolutely slam the referees, but you'll see in the vlog, I lost it. That hip drop, to call that a hip drop, and that's just in general. You call that a hip drop in any game, that is a horrific call. And he was right, because they scored a try right after. He was literally 10 metres in front of me. Oh, Roosters nearly got that, but it's going to be Josh Adokar, catches it in goals. It will be a 7-2. Oh no, he caught it infield. So it will be a dropout coming up here from the Doggies. The Rabbitohs scored a try right after, and then the referee was 5 metres in front of me. And my God, he heard it. He heard it. And I don't usually do that, but that was needed after that one because that is a dreadful call to call that as a hip drop. Hip drops, I don't think they know their own rules anymore. But again, lost a game. There's no excuses whatsoever. It's us again. Jason, Julian, you new here? So Julian's not actually new. Julian's been around for ages. He was actually in the Titans vs Tigers. Oh, Roosters get the ball here, but the Bulldogs knocked it back straight to them. So it's going to be first tackle here for the Roosters. 10 metres out here from the line. James Tedesco, right side. I'll explain that in a second, Jay. It's why it's a little bit weird. Warrior Hargraves gets his ball 8 metres out from the line. Second tackle. Second tackle here. Jake Turpin's going to go right-hand side to Keary. Keary at the back here to Joe Martin. And Martin will be 5 metres out from the line. Third tackle. 4 minutes gone here. Can the Roosters get on the board pretty quickly? Try and get rid of I don't even know what's happening in this club right now. Billy Smith got him as Supercoach. Billy Smith! Oh, man, we want some Supercoach action coming up for Billy. Come on. I've got a pretty good score in Supercoach this week, to be fair. I might be still looking at a 1,300 score. Oh, Keary taking it down to the 10. Keary taking it down to the 10. There you go, left-hand side here. Fitz tackle, kicks it through. Dropout coming up. So Julian, I know him. He's on the Titans vs Tigers vlog earlier this season. He's a Tigers fan. No, all respect to Tigers fans, but you have no right to be talking shit to literally any team right now. Any team. Now, I think that Tigers fans, this is why I say, eventually they'll become intolerable. You're completely dog shit now and you're still talking shit. Imagine when they're actually winning. Brighton says, have you blokes noticed how many players don't wear mouth guards anymore? I don't know if that's because of how strict they are on high shots now or what. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't even noticed that. That's great kick by Matt Burton. Well done. That's going to be a dropout that goes over the sideline, and it's going to be Bulldogs ball. Blake's the 2-year captain Supercoach. Nathan Cleary, I'm terrified. Because I had the VC on Davey Fafita, but I'm terrified that Nathan doesn't play the full game. I'm terrified. Because I've got the VC on David Fafita 17. God help my soul. God help my soul. Now you're back now, Julian. It's only 5 minutes, bro. Get my something now says, in my opinion, Cleary should rest this week. No, you shut your mouth. No, he should not. You shut up, get my something mouth. Cleary should not rest this week. Don't you dare ever say that again. Don't you dare ever say that again. I don't need my Supercoach getting a 17 captain. So Vita Pungai Jr. gets a penalty there for the doggies. It will be dogs getting inside the attack and half now. Logan Finlay says, Jesse, Tigers aren't good in either half. They only scored points when they had a man up. Oh, what Jesse said? Jesse says, Tigers vs Titans next week. The team who can't play a second half is the team who can't play a first half. The Tigers didn't play for 68 minutes last week. 68 minutes. But also, just remember, Titans have already beaten the Tigers this season. And that was in Leichhardt. All right, here we go. Doggies with the ball. And it's going to be Harrison Edwards who gets his ball to the 45. Actually, is that Harrison Edwards? No, Ryan Sutton, sorry. All right, Matt Burton now. Oh, Max King slapped in the tackle there by Turpin and Nat Butcher. Jas says, don't they bin hip drop anymore? There was one of the Dolphins and Sharks play no bin. Didn't get to watch that game either. Sharks Dolphins. Oh, that was a little bit ago now, wasn't it? That was like 2-3 weeks ago now, wasn't it? Wasn't that before Magic Round? Well, that's a knock on. Oh, no, they're going to call penalty. Penalty against Billy Smith. Big yikes. They've gone quick tap in the doggies. Jake Averillo. Jeez, my voice is feeling it today, eh? My voice is feeling it. Left-hand side, Otawapu gets it off here to Max King. Getting old, lads. I'm getting old, you know? Getting old. No, I still got a good 15-odd years of me doing the drums, I reckon. 10, 15. Right-hand side here. Oh, taken down to 15. Taken down to 15. AJ tried, was wrong too. Oh, yeah, that was a knock-on. But it is what it is. You know, again, we lose the game. Left-hand side now, Reid Marnie, Matt Burton. Matt Burton here. And they give it off to Hayes Perham, taking down the 11. Like, anyone with a brain knows that was a knock-on there for Alex Johnson. Right-hand side here, they give it off to Tavita Pungai Jr. It'll be 5 metres out here from the line. Yeah, like, anyone with an IQ above the, 20 or so has knows that was a knock-on there for Alex Johnson. Right-hand side here. Alawapu checks in for the Dogs. It goes back, and they'll be taken down 5 metres out here from the line. Fifth tackle. Oh, no, that was fifth tackle. Oh, they went close. They went close. Julian says, just a bit of friendly banter, bro. So, love your passion for the Titans. No, I know. That's why I was telling Jay, like, it's all good. I know, man. It's just obviously a bit real after yesterday, but it's all good, bro. I know you guys are in a similar position to us. People, I saw on Instagram last night, a lot of people were saying, like, someone made a comment saying Titans are the hardest team to support. They were a Titans fan. And a Tigers fan said, the Tigers haven't made the finals in 12 years. Tigers are the hardest sport. And I said, well, at least the Tigers got a premiership, they know, in 2005. We don't, even though that was before we even existed. 40-20 attempt by the Roosters. 40-20, no, it won't go the distance. It'll get to about 30 metres out, and Hayes Perham's going to bring it back out to the 33. Okay, which is how was Latrell okay? No, Latrell's good. Latrell and I are good, man. He didn't play yesterday. But Latrell and I are good, man. Cortez, there's thoughts on Dylan Brown, the Muppet? Nah, bro, we're not going to talk about Dylan Brown. Like, that's obviously legal stuff. I don't want to put myself into hot bother talking about something that is alleged. Whether it happened or not, it's not really my issue. Hopefully he didn't do it. But if he did do it, then the courts will decide, obviously, what happens there. But obviously that really screws us in regards to our Supercoach, because pretty much everyone has Dylan Brown. Left-hand side now, Max King with the ball, gets the ball to the 30-metre line. She says, as a New South Wales fan, I've finally seen a bit of how you feel, though, to be honest. Getting back on the bus before the game ends is a hard pill to swallow, especially when it's a common occurrence. Now, try that every week, mate. Now, try flying to go to every game. Try going to every game like that every year. Like, people don't get... Like, you get a bit of an idea, though. You do get a bit of an idea. But you also don't have the social media ramifications of it, too. Like, there's... Like, the social media ramifications of how I defend the club is obviously pretty thick and heavy. Disappointed with how some people obviously carry themselves online, but overall, like, it is what it is. It is what it is. When you win, you kind of just like you banter, you sledge, and then you kind of get to that point, you get the win, you've won. That's it. I feel like some people just don't understand kind of the differences. Left-hand side here for the Roosters will be third tackle at the 45. So 30 minutes to go in the first half, guys. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you're new around here. My VC is Cook. What did Cookie get yesterday? Oh, James Tedesco here, taking down the 45. So right-hand side, I give it up to Kiri. Kiri now to Joe Manu, who's playing 5'8". I haven't liked him in 5'8 this season so far. So they're going to go right-hand side now, and they put that ball up into the corner. Josh Adokar with a great take. Great take. 69 says, howdy Blaze and everyone. Hello, mate. Jasper says, no, a Dolphin player did a hip drop, so did a Sharks player yesterday. Oh, you're saying a Dolphins player did one in that game, and then a Sharks player did one in the other game. I'm not sure. Like I said, I wasn't able to watch those two games. So Adokar gets his ball third tackle to the 13. Not making good meters here at all. And they'll get a penalty to get themselves out of it. Well done, Joey Manu. Well done, Joe Manu. Scott Johnson says, we be watching the UCL final. I want Man City to win the treble. Mate, I've been supporting this team for 20 years now. I've supported them through the absolute dog shit before 2008. Arguably until 2010, realistically. People see we got bought over in 2007, 2008. But, 2010 onwards was when we really started to get good. Ever since I was a young lad, man, I remember crying myself many, many times, never thinking we'd ever win anything. Didn't think we'd win a League Cup, didn't think we'd win a Community Shield, didn't think we'd win literally anything. That was just a dream for, young Man City fans and Man City fans at the time. And then it really is just a dream how we kind of have our lives nowadays. So, I'll bawl my eyes out if we win next Sunday. Sunday morning, yeah. I'll bawl my eyes out. Be very emotional because I'll think about myself as a young lad, never thinking we're ever going to win anything, and now we win everything. And now we win literally everything. So right-hand side now, Reed Marnie off to Matt Burton. Burton gets off to Maxi King, and King will get this ball to 30 metres out from the line, 4 tackle. Okay, Blaze, did you lose your voice at the game a bit yesterday, mate? Yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, but I know how to still keep going. 5th tackle now for Jade Knockenball. 13 metres out from the line. Reed Marnie gives up to Matty Burton. Burton here kicks it through. That's played at. Doggies, try time. Tavita Bunga Jr. Try time for the Cat. Tavita Cat Jr. goes bang with try time. And the Doggies are underway. First, say Sam. That was my first try score prediction. That was my first try score. I definitely said Tavita Bunga Jr., Sam. I definitely said Tavita Bunga Jr. But yeah, the ricochet there from Nat Butcher. I don't think Ryan Sutton. I don't think Ryan Sutton touched that with his hands. Let's have a look here. Let's just have a look at his hand. Nah, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing. Oh, shut up, blocker. If he does, it goes forward. But he doesn't touch it with his hands. Sam says nothing. Ant did as well. We both agreed. We both were like, you know what? We're so confident Tavita Ponga Jr. will score first that we're both going to say the same person. That's what we both did. So, dogga, woof, woof. Dogga, woof, woof at the try time there. 13 minutes in, Tavita Cat Jr. Gobanski. People got to remember you're innocent until proven guilty, not the other way around. Yeah, unfortunately, with social media nowadays, Brighton, people find it too funny to meme people. And when you start memeing people, people then start to, because they don't know the full story, right? So, the bigger you get, the harder you fall. The bigger you get, the harder you fall. Everyone goes through it, because everyone in Australia, we have tall puppy syndrome as well. So, although this is a little bit different because allegedly something has happened there. Regardless, people still have that same viewpoint of you based off of the assumption or based off of the alleged act, even through the court proceedings of you becoming innocent. So regardless, it kind of sucks here for Dylan because the way that Australia is, unfortunately, people still believe they're guilty even after proven innocent. That's not me talking about Dylan at all. This is just how kind of the future works. It sucks to see. What do you think about the Cats, BKR? No, it ain't NRL related, but just wondering. Not get around the Cats. Not the greatest season so far, but, we're still in it. Jesse says, I was pretty critical of the female origin recently. Turns out they aren't even in the regular season yet. Do they think they should hold female origin later to give them some regular season games? Yeah, you can definitely tell this. I think I said this on the origin stream as well. You can definitely tell Tavita just got annihilated and then gave an offload. He got annihilated in a tackle, but the offload was great. And we'll be taken down to 15. Yeah, I think I said that it was pretty clear that the female origin, they hadn't gotten into a season yet. They were really, really rusty. That's why you saw so many knock-ons. And it wasn't a good look for the game at all. It really wasn't. It was really, really dead. Left-hand side here, Addo-Carr's away, Addo-Carr's away. In the inside, Reid Marnie. Tries over the doggies. The Roosters are getting slapped right now. What's happened? What happened? The Roosters are getting punched in the mouth. The doggies 10-0 with a kick to come. Oh my God. What a start for the dog and woof. Right, says go. The dogs woof. Nothing better than watching the Chooks get slapped. Deary me. 10-0 with a kick to come. It's going to be 12-0. I want the doggies to win because then we stay. Oh, to be fair, if the dogs keep going with this, the Roosters go bottom 4, but the dogs can't go above the Titans unless they win by like 50, 60. So dogs win by like 30, 20 to 30. And just stop. And then just stop, please. Just stop, please. But yeah, doggy, woof, try time. Jasper said, just seems at the start of the year they are binning every hip drop. Now they're not even binning it. They're saying the Titans was a hip drop. It should be a bin too. Okay, Jasper, it should not have been a hip drop. So you're basically telling me that you believe that the hip drop, we should have been binned. Like, it's wild. Like, even Rabbitohs fans have come out and said that was not a hip drop. But in the same sense, Rabbitohs won the game, and they won the game fair and square. But it's just that was an absolutely horrific call that changed the momentum. But that's not complaining about the referees as a whole. It's just that the referees don't even understand their own rule anymore. Because there's no way that you could claim that was a hip drop on the Titans. So 25 minutes to go here in the first half. 10-0 to the Dogs, about to be 12-0. Greg says, impressive try, considering cats usually have paws. Thank you, mate. Farah says, what did I tell you? We are winning. Yeah, awesome, Farah. You're still bottom 4. Settle down. But, good stuff here. Get around the Doggies here. I want the Doggies to win this game. Nate Jason, I reckon my Dragons might get murdered tonight. I'll be taking some grass with me to feed the Penny Mountain goats to keep them happy. Mate, get out there and feed those Penrith Mountain goats, Get out there and feed them. You might find a wild Jerome Luai out there. To be fair, mate, the Roosters have been getting punched in the mouth all season long. They have been, yeah. Yeah, they really have been. It's like something is seriously going on with the Roosters. I feel like if any club right now knows how the Titans feel, in a close regard, I'd probably say the Roosters based off of their high season expectations. However, the Titans is a bit more of a longevity issue rather than an individual season issue. Logan's Aviation says, thoughts on the Wires vs Finns. I didn't get to watch it, mate, yet. Get my Stomach Mouth says, Mr. Streamer, you're going to stream the UCL final. No way. I'll be watching that by myself. Just soaking in the moment, mate. Soaking in the moment of a young lad going from a team of never thinking you'd ever win anything to a team that wins everything. As a famous Sir Alex Ferguson once said, not in my lifetime will City ever go into a derby as favourites. Now it's every time. And that's why it's so beautiful. The disrespect that man showed to us, I'm glad that he gets to watch us be successful over his team every single year. So it's going to be Jackson Paulo there who brings his ball back out to the 20. Matthias says, if Freddie was fair dinkum, he wouldn't select Tedesco for Origin 2. We'll go over Origin in a couple of weeks. Matthias, I'm not sure if it's Matthias or Matthias, but I'll do my best. I personally still think he is select Tedesco, and I don't think that Dylan Edwards changes a great deal. I know that New South Wales fans can be like, oh, he's a Queenslander, why is he saying this? I just think that Tedesco was still the best player in Origin last year for New South Wales. I would still select him based on the fact that he's got the Premier track record with the right here. James Tedesco's going to score a try. And he does right at the post. There you go. That's exactly what I'm talking about. James Tedesco just scored the try just now. 12-4 here with a kick to come. James Tedesco's still a great player, man. It wasn't a great game. He had one of the worst games in his career in Origin Game 1, but I think you just still got to select him, man. I think you still just got to select him. Kush, as you were talking about him, as I was defending him, as I was defending James Tedesco, that's terrible defense there from Maxi King, and the man to his right, it wasn't just Max King, the man on his right went for a tackle early on the player right next to him, but there we go. Roosters, they take the lead. I think it was Jake Avarillo. Kiri breaks through and gets the ball back on the inside there to James Tedesco. Seko says, is this pay TV? Yeah, man. Yeah. It's pay TV. Jesse says, I generally thought we were going to do okay this year with the addition to Brandon Smith, but it's been a pitiful year. They aren't gelling, and adding Radley's constant shenanigans is a GG. It's not a GG yet with how close the season is. Go on a run and anything can happen. That's why I'm really hoping that with the fact that we've got 8 out of our last 13 games at home for the Titans, we could try and go on a run, especially with Sammy Verrills coming back and starting this week. AJ Brimson's going to be back against the Tigers. Jimmy Jolliffe will be back against the Tigers. We'll have a full team besides Bowie Firma, who'll be out for the season. So I hope we can just go on a run. And we're only 2 points out of the 8, regardless of what happens today. So yeah, we just need to try and find a way to go on a big run. And that's what the Roosters need to do as well. You know, it's not GG. But yeah, look, I always doubted Brandon Smith. I didn't think he was going to suit the system, and he hasn't suited the system. The whole preseason I was saying I didn't really think that he was going to do too well. Which wasn't hating. It was just saying that I didn't think he was going to fit, and he hasn't fit. So there's 12-4 here. The Roosters will get the conversion. Dad said, I don't think it was a hip drop, just saying they're not betting any hip drop anymore. Well, that one definitely shouldn't have been binned, if anything. Scott Johnson says, not Teddy's fault. TPJ gives 2 penalties and a lost ball on their own 20-metre line. New South Wales fans have been really confusing. One second. I've seen a lot of people defending TPJ, and I don't get it. I really don't understand why people are defending Tevita Pangai Jr. in Origin. He made a lot of mistakes. It was really poor. Really poor. Call Straight says Tedesco's carries the Roosters. Not so much this year. Normally, he doesn't normally need it because there's a good team around him, but just this year he hasn't been given a great amount of ball to really do much, but defensively he has been a little bit all over the shop comparatively to what he would normally be. Second tackle in the Roosters at the 30. 20 minutes gone here, guys, in the first half. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you're new around here. I'll tell you what, coming back onto those drums after 7 straight weeks, my wrist is hurting. Like, my wrist is so tight right now, and my hand is... That's a knock on there from Warrior Hargraves. No penalty. Penalty to the Roosters. Penalty to the Roosters. Logan's Aviation says, Blues will win game 2, mark my word, but Queensland win game 3. Okay, mate. I don't know how that's a strip. That's just a knock on. I would have challenged that. Neil Clarkson says, what do you think about the 2 new halves for the Blues? What do you mean? They'll select Nathan Cleary and Luai. I guarantee you that Freddie selects Nathan Cleary and Jerome Luai. Guarantee you. Matthias says, do you think Hudson Young will play Origin again? I think so, but I think they put him on the bench. If they do get rid of 2 people, max, it would be Hudson Young and Tevita Pangai Jr., but if anything, I just put him onto the bench and Cameron Murray start. I thought that should have been what they did from the start. Second tackle now for the Roosters. Tupanua gets out the back into Kiri. Kiri underneath there. Oh, Butcher's so close. 2 meters out here from the line, Egan Butcher. They go right inside to Kiri. Kiri back out the back to Joe Manu. And Manu just not having a great season for me at all. 4th tackle, especially in that 5'8" roll. 11 meters out here from the line. They go left-hand side. Jay Turpin himself. Oh, so close. Half a meter short. Half a metre short. 5th tackle now. The Roosters showing Manu. Oh, that's good defense. That's good defense. The Doggies will hold out a rampaging Roosters attack just now. Matthew Hardy says, as a Roosters fan, I'm furious with how negative their footy has been. The culture has made them comfortable. I agree. I told you guys, pre-season. I'm not going to tell you who told me. But pre-season, I was made aware that this team genuinely believed that they were light years above everybody else, and that they were, wanking on with themselves, saying that everybody else was just chump change and they were going to easily romp the title this year, the Roosters. And it's all good to have confidence, but that's a 2040 attempt here. 2040 attempt here. 2040! 2040! Oh, Tedesco got there just there. Wowee. Luckily, Tedesco was back there ready for that, because that was going to go for a 2040. So first angle for the Roosters at 35, and they're away here, the Roosters. They're away. Gets this ball to the 50. Corey Allen, nice run. So yeah, it's a good humbling for the Roosters to see that it's not working for them. It's a very good humbling for them. 3rd tackle here at the 48. Roosters missing the 8 would be huge. Yeah, I put them in 5th and got slandered for it. So, and I got slandered for putting them as low as I did. Liam Martin was hands down best forward. Yeah, easy, Sam. Easy, Liam Martin. Liam Martin was incredible, man. It really was great. Right-hand side now for the Roosters. They're away here. Joey Suoliti gives it off into Corey Allen. Corey Allen kicks it on the inside. It's going to be James Tedesco! Who's doubting him? Who's doubting him now? James Tedesco with a double. It's 12-10 with a kick to come. And this is what happens when you doubt the best fullback in the game. Because of one game. There we go. Matthias says, remember when Corey Allen played Origin? I remember when Corey Allen beat New South Wales to shreds, yeah. But that was a nice little step on the inside by Swilly. Terrible defense from Adokar. Adokar really, really inept defensively just then. And Okenball the only one close by, but James Tedesco with the double. He does need that Mathiardi, you know, and he is a very good player. He's getting a lot of disrespect right now, but he is, for me, I still believe he is the best fullback in the game. I'm sorry. I know that people are very reactionary. I tell you guys this every single time this gets brought up or anything gets brought up. NRL fans and sport fans in general are very reactionary. Every single result is like it's either the end of the world or it's the, you know, beginning of an undefeated run, right? If one player plays bad, it's dreadful, and get rid of him. And then if he plays good, he's going to be our captain and win the World Cup one day. People are very reactionary. So for me, I understand that Tedesco hasn't been at the greatest form at club level and had that really horrific game in Origin Game 1, but it was one game. There was one game that was that poor. So, yeah, that's why I still stand by myself saying that Tedesco is the best fullback in the game. And this is like the prime example of this, so it is going to be 12-12 here. They get the kick. Prime example of this is 2021 with Tom Trbojevic and James Tedesco. Tom Trbojevic has realistically had one incredible year, right? And Tom Trbojevic is an unbelievable talent, an amazing talent. But he's not actually done anything. Like, yes, he had that individual year. Manly still got knocked out in the prelim. Has won 2 Origins? Is it 2 or 3 Origins? Might have won 3. Might have won 2018. I'm not too sure. But he definitely won 2019 and 2021, sorry. But what's he actually, like, done overall? Tedesco has won multiple premierships, won multiple Origins, on his own back, mind you, and won the World Cup now. Like, I'm sorry, but I didn't understand at the time. I said, yes, he's having... Trbojevic that year was better than Tedesco. Trbojevic was better than pretty much 99% of people ever in that year. But overall, Tedesco is still the better fullback, especially with the lack of injuries. Tedesco here breaks away from another couple tackles, third tackle. Core Strikes, this is why New South Wales never win a fullback, has a bad game and they instantly want to replace him. There's no loyalty. It's not about that, though. It's about the fact that he's the captain as well. They want to get rid of the captain of New South Wales and Australia. What for a guy who's not proven who... What does Edwards change in that Origin game? I don't get it. He's not an attacking X-Factor. Edwards isn't the attacking X-Factor. So Ryan Kiri puts that ball up there. But I still get the frustration that people have. But I think it's very, very reactionary. Scott says Latrell could miss game 2. Why? Oh, I know he's got his calf injury. Oh, that's a huge hit. That's a high contact. Yeah, it's high tackle. Satili Tupanua there. That's high contact. 1 Wally Lewis in 21. That's all. Well, like, there you go. But that's not really what I'm talking about. Like, I'm talking about, like, overall. There's no way it hasn't been, is it? And... Oh, it is direct shoulder contact to the head. Tupanua could get binned here. Oh, I think that actually should be binned. I actually thought that should have been binned. It's just going to be on report, but I thought that should have been binned. Sergeant Gallen said it's crazy. I saw every single New South Wales fan on Twitter saying Tedesco out and Trell or Edwards in fullback. There's a reason why even Rabbitohs fans complain a lot of the time about Trell and fullback. Trell is one of the best players in the game, but in the same sense, putting him into the New South Wales fullback is a ballsy decision. For me, he's the best centre in the game. I've always maintained that. First tackle here. They roll his ball back. They go out to Matt Burton. Burton back onto the inside, and they'll be taken down at the 40. Second tackle. Scott Johnson says New South Wales don't get Origin. Like, I just don't think they do, man. I really don't. Some people do, but like overall, like majority just don't seem like they do. Because if Queensland lose, they don't go and say the same things like New South Wales do. So third tackle of the Doggies, they're now fourth at the 40. Appreciate you, Matt. Olivia says they'd be silly to make changes going to Suncorp. Blues will need as many experienced players as possible. Queensland love playing at home. I think they've got like an 80% win record at Suncorp Stadium, the Queenslanders. 80% or something like that. It's ridiculous. They go right-hand side now. They chuck that ball up in the air. Dog is chasing it through. Doggy! Oh, good take there by Jackson Polo. Roosters struggling against the Bulldogs proves they aren't premiership contenders. Thank you, Coil Strike. Thank you, mate. They're currently in 10th position. I don't think that many people think that the Roosters are currently premiership contenders. There was like a rookie that they were considering bringing in, and it was like, you don't bring a rookie into Origin. It was Suncorp. You don't bring a rookie to Origin. Well, then how are they ever going to play? You don't bring a rookie to Suncorp when you're needing a desperate win against all odds. Like, it's not even against all odds. New South Wales, you know what's crazy? I wouldn't be surprised if New South Wales go in as favourites. It wouldn't be surprised. Let's go have a look at Sportsbet quickly. It's going to be first tackle for the Dogs at their own 20. If I find that I go to Origin Game 2 and New South Wales are the favourites, I give up on the media. I've given up on the media, but I really give up on the media because it wouldn't surprise me. State of Origin series. They don't have Game 2 up yet. They don't have Game 2 up. But they've got Queensland series win $1.31. I don't know. They don't have... Oh, wait, hold on. Here we go. Queensland, New South Wales. I don't know. Do they have it up yet? Maybe, I'm not too sure. But I just wouldn't be surprised. New South Wales, $2.10 odds. At least Queensland are favourites. At least media is giving them credit. So the Roosters now at the 20 will get this ball out to the 25. Oh, he's going to knock it on. He is at 12-12 with 12 minutes to go. And it will be a knock on there from the Roosters. Lucas says, drop your captain, head into Suncorp where you struggle for a player who offers less on attack when New South Wales struggled. Absolutely. Absolutely. Edwards, like, if there was a fully fit Pappenhausen, I would understand the criticism, like the change more, but I still would refuse to say get rid of Tedesco. I just think that New South Wales fans are desperate to win. I get it. And they're trying to figure out any way to insult their team to try and get change. I get the reasoning why, trust me. Left-hand side, Alamotti gives it off here to Hayes Perham. Josh had a card at the 15. He'll cut this ball all the way back to Jacob Preston. And Preston will be 15 metres out here from the line, first tackle. All right-hand side of Matt Burton gives it out to number 17, Harrison Edwards. We wanted to see him get a try for Supercoach. Left-hand side now, Reid Marnie. That's a weird pass. That's a terrible pass from Marnie. That was just, no, you don't do that. And now Paul Alamotti taking him down at the 18. Third tackle here. 10 minutes to go here in the first half, guys. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Dogs go right-hand side to... who's number 13 again? Waddell, I think it is, isn't it? Reid Marnie. To... Oh, Perham, chance it, doggies! No, dropout coming up. Drum out. Matthew Hardy says, I'm a New South Wales fan. On social media, they look so arrogant, it was really off-putting. Queensland have a lot of hard workers and people who will hustle for the 1%ers. Yep. And this is the issue. New South Wales fans always go on, not you, not all, but like a lot of the social media is directed at like 3-0. You know, New South Wales, their team on paper is so much better. Origin's not played on paper. Origin's not played attacking-wise. It's always played on defense. That's why I was so surprised that Reece Walsh played as well as he did, because he's not a defensive player, he's an attacking player, and Origin's not played like that. So Bulldogs now get this ball to the 42. You'll find that even in games like that where the score was like 28-16 or whatever it was, you'll find that, or 28-18, I think it was, that's still a defensive game for the most part. Like, even though it's a high-scoring game, the game overall is still a defensive game. Dogs taken down here, 30 metres out, third tackle. Right, left-hand side now for the Dogs. They give it out, short ball. 15 metres out of the line. Reid Marnie gives it out to Waddell. Waddell to Burton. Burton, Ockenball. 4 metres out now. Fit tackle. Can the Doggies get over the line? Reid Marnie, it's going to be a penalty to the Roosters. Incorrect play the ball. From Jaden Ockenball. So it will be a penalty to the Roosters there. They get let off. But yeah, Matty, unfortunately, people just are a little bit too, again, like we said, very reactionary, but also they back their team in a way where it's like they can't lose. Like with me, with the Titans, I am very well aware of what my team is. Very, very well self-aware of this team. But there is also no vocal voice in defense of my team on social media. There is none. Clarkey does what he can. But Clarkie's also the only other one that has any kind of voice, and then that's why we've got this podcast now. We're going to speak as much as we possibly can. But, good tackle there by the Dogs back to the 40. I'm very self-aware of my team. But again, I need to back my team in. And I had someone messaging me last night on Instagram blaming me for the loss. Okay, get that into your head. I had one person message me on Instagram last night blaming me for the loss, and they legitimately meant it. It was the most absurd thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, it is legit. If you're watching this right now, you are legitimately the dumbest human being I've ever seen in my life. Like, truly, you've got to be. You are a potato. You are a potato, if that was you and you're watching right now. So it's got to be the Dogs who get this ball to the 24. It's first tackle here. Lucas says, Origin is defensive. You just get those X-Factor plays that up the score. Yeah, exactly right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Man, some people are just, yeah. It's because some people obviously don't think that what we do is banter, but like they also don't know my social interactions with these players. Besides Zach Flopmax, everybody else has taken it like it's good, It's all good fun. They get their ego hit, that's great. But some people, they don't get it, right? They think that it's all like talking shit. And it's like, it's talking shit, but it's all good fun. It's like Trell's sending me a shirt. Oh, let's go. Taking down 15. Like, Trell's still sending me a shirt. Like, he's good. Good bloke, man. Scott Johnson says, BK went to the game and cost his team. It's absurd. It was the wildest thing. And I saw it. It was like probably 10 o'clock at night. I saw it. And I was like, you are a clown. I just blocked him. I think I responded saying, yeah, blame me, bro. Like, good on you, man. But I just blocked him. I couldn't even be bothered. I was just like, how on earth do you think that I am the reason that the Titans are losing? So it's going to be right in. So, good offload there from Crichton. So a fifth tackle for the Roosters. 6.5 minutes to go here at the halfway point. What is Potato's going to potate? Oh, they've got to potate. Potatoes have got to potate. But, like, who thinks? Like, who finishes a game and goes, you know what? I reckon it was the guy on the drums. I reckon it was him. That was his fault. It wasn't the many missed tackles we had or the 46 points that our boys gave up. Nope. It was that guy with the hat down there. Yep. Yeah, that was him. Yeah, it was him. What an absolute buffoon. So, third tackle here at the 30. Jasper says, Slater took risks and it paid off. Walsh did great. He did, yeah. He did. Oh, HIA here for Reid Marnie. So he's going to be off for the next 15 minutes now. So he won't come back until the 50-minute mark. It must have been... Yeah, it's just the way he made that tackle. His head came in contact with the knee of Joey Suaalii. So he won't be back till the 50th minute. Matthew Otis says, how can a fan control an 80-minute game? It's so ridiculous. I think what he's trying to assert is that, like, I fire players up. And it's like, no, that's not the case at all. What happens is that our team allows 46 points to a team, right? Our team allows a team to... We clock off completely. That's a knock on there from the Roosters. It'll be 6 again. It'll be 6 again here. After a knock on. Our team allows the other team to do that. All I'm doing is being a vocal voice for a club that's never had a vocal voice and still doesn't have a vocal voice. But do you think there might be a coaching problem with the Titans? I love Justin, but I'm concerned. Is all I'll say. I love Justin. He's an absolutely fantastic bloke, but sometimes fantastic blokes don't get the results. But I do love Justin. Like, I spoke to him after the game last night. It did annoy me that Justin in the press conference said that our issue wasn't defense. That really did annoy me. But also I know that Justin is very much Gold Coast and very much cares for this club. I have a good rapport with Justin. And that's why I'm in a very difficult position where I I have my opinions and whatnot, but I don't want to shit on anybody. And I just love Justin as a bloke. It's just, I'm concerned. But of course he's going to be concerned, and he would understand that. He'd understand that anybody's concerned right now. Knock on doggies. That was good pressure there for the Roosters defense. Really good pressure. Matthew Hardy says, BKR, I'm going to blame you for inflation. The Roosters being trash and Luai showing up to every event with a boombox. Mate, blame me for World War II while you're at it. Why don't you go and do that? Blame me for Kim Jong-un. Let's just do it. Fittler is a terrible New South Wales coach. I've said this for years. Jesse says, did you give Taff a hounding? Nah, Cody Walker in the first half. Cody and I were having a good laugh in the first half. Second half, obviously, it's impossible to throw shit out there when your team's getting pumped. You know what I'm saying? That's why you gotta give your shit, and then when you can't, you don't. Right? And then I'll take it a few days, get a bit of a rest, and then we go at it again for the Tigers game. Like, nothing stops me. Right? We keep going. We keep moving. We keep rolling up this community and having a good time with it. Third tackle now, 42 metres out. No, Cody's still watching my stories. Like, he doesn't follow me, but he's still watching my stories. So fourth tackle here at the 30. He had a good game in the second half. I got into him in the first half. That's why he kept looking over at me. But the second half, he came out and did well. Right-hand side here, but then again, that's because the Titans do what they do in the second half. BKR, will you do a similar thing as Warriors Fan TV and interview Titans fans and ask them thoughts on the game with this new Titans podcast? Yeah, we will. We have our questions thing at the end. First tackle of the Doggies, 3 minutes out from the line, 3 minutes to go the first half. Obviously, subscribe to the Gold Coast Frontline podcast there with myself and Clarkey. It's the pinned comment in the chat. The new episode will come out on Wednesday there, come out on Tuesday on Spotify and Apple. But yeah, we have a Q&A at the end of it. We also interviewed Preston Campbell last night. Preston and I, he's a great bloke. I love that man. We got Preston Campbell on the vlog for tomorrow's vlog, and I'll go on the podcast as well. Whatever interviews I get on the podcast, I'll throw them on the... those interviews I get on the vlog, I'll put them onto the podcast as well. But Presto is just so... He's just an elegant man. You know, he loves his club and he just does everything for it off the field. And obviously was a great play when he was here as well. Roosters get this ball. Billy Smith gets it a great offload away. And they're away here, the Roosters. Taking it up to 45. All right, 2 minutes to go. Can the Roosters try and find a way just before half time? Keary gives it off now to Egan Butcher. And Egan Butcher will be 40 metres out here from the line. Who's the target for the Tigers game? I'm not going to go for Brooks. That'd be mean. That would be mean. Who's their kicker? Who is their kicker? Right-hand side now. Roosters. Short ball, Matt Lodge. Good tackle. 20 metres out from the line. 4 tackle. Left-hand side. Crichton. 10 metres out now from the line. 5th tackle. Do you consider a field goal, maybe? You could have considered it, but they go right-hand side. Tedesco. Hat trick. Oh, it's going to be an obstruction. No. It's going to be an obstruction here, guys. Tedesco might score a hat trick, but it's going to be an obstruction, I would say. Matthias says, did you know Buller was originally at the Titans? Yeah, I did, but in the same sense, bro, we've got 3 fullbacks. We've got Keanu Kenny, AJ Brimson, and Jaden Campbell. We're not stressed. But Buller looks good. Like, we did the best thing for that man, letting him go. We did the best thing because he would never have gotten a crack over those 3 guys at the Titans. Yep, that is absolutely an obstruction. That is the literal definition of a pure obstruction. You can't get any more of an obstruction than what we've just seen. You can't get any more of an obstruction. So no try there. Brennan says, there's blaming a ref for a loss, then there's blaming a random spectator in the crowd when all you did was bash the drum and yell for 80 minutes. Exactly, man. Exactly. It's just funny, bro. Like, it is just funny. Like, people obviously are always trying to find a reason to understand, a reason to cope, and a reason for the loss. I never thought that I would be that reason. I never thought I would be that reason. Jesse says, well, if it isn't defense, I don't think the Gold Coast struggle to get over the line in offense, so it kind of has to be defense, right? Absolutely. Mate, we've scored... Besides the Dogs game, we scored 26 points in the last, 6 straight games. Besides the Dogs game. Which we still scored 18 odd points. 10 years ago, you go back 10 years in that kind of game, we're undefeated right now. That many points, 26 points was a lot of points 10 years ago. Nowadays, it's kind of expected. All right, Bulldogs, 4 tackle. I go for the field goal at the end of this. If I'm the Dogs, I go for a field goal. 27 seconds to go here. They'll just be within range. Tavita Pungai Jr. is going to be 33 metres out. Yeah, you go for a field goal here. Matt Burton here. Matt Burton, field goal! Maybe. No, it's gone to the left. He's missed it to the left there. So it will be half-time here. You would assume 12-12. Matt the artist, Preston has an amazing story and was a big influence to not only the Aboriginal community, he was also a big influence on the little men in the league. Yeah, he is. He's an incredible bloke. And this guy is something that we miss a lot at the Titans nowadays. I see this in my boy Tan. But we miss a lot of this at the Titans nowadays. Firstly, 1 second here, half time for this game. It is 12-12. Obviously, guys, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you're new around here. But yeah, we miss guys like Preston Campbell. When he finished a game, we would have to tell him to go home. Like, we would have to literally, I remember back, this is before YouTube, before social media with me and whatnot, we would have to say, Presto, like, go home, man. Like, because he's just so much for the fans. Like, he'll be there talking to people. Like, last night, this is, Presto is, an older man, obviously doing what he can for the club and has done his time for the club and, would have been his time with his son also in the club as well. Obviously, mentally exhausting, emotionally exhausting with how much he cares. And, he was there talking to myself and Antonio for a good 20 minutes. We got him on the vlog, as I said, good 20 minutes. And then he went over and had another comment. As we were talking, I noticed it, so it was all good. He was like walking back because he saw a disabled child, which he wanted to go and have a chat with and talk to and make him feel welcome, make him feel loved. So he went over there and spoke to the disabled child. And then there was, I think, a few family members and all that he was talking to. He was there for a good hour and a half, 2 hours after the game, maybe an hour and a half after the game. Like, Presto is an incredible human being. And yeah, I always have major love for that man. And again, he's in the vlog tomorrow and he's a great talker. And Matthias is getting to Big David Clemmer at the Tigers game. I had Clemmer on one of the vlogs last year when he was at the Knights. Matt the Odyssey, that's right. Guy something now says, I think Wakeham kicks for the Tigers. Oh no, I can speak shit to him, Fijian. Bother level. Oh no, I'm not going to say what I was about to say. Because I know that I have a Fijian audience here who know what I'm saying. Oh no. Reece Stalman says, get into a twirl. As if I would ever get into twirl. What am I going to ever benefit from that? How would we benefit from me getting into twirl? One, he's on the bench, and two, what? Oh, God. X-Ray says, how was the... Oh, you know what, though? You know what? If Alex Twirl scores a try at Seabus Super Stadium this week, I'm done. I'm deleting everything. I think that would do. If we're up like 20-0 at half time, and we lose that game 22-20 by an Alex Twirl try on the siren, I'm deleting everything. I'm not going online. I refuse. I'm done with everything because that would be the pièce de résistance. That would be it. That would be it. And I don't even know if I'm joking. X says, how was the home game instead of traveling? I know it was wasn't the result you wanted, but must have been nice to be at the home stadium again. Oh yeah, it was amazing. It's amazing to be around your friends and family, man. Instead of, Gronks. But yeah, no, it was amazing to be at home again. And at least we got to enjoy the first half. Lucas says, Titans got a bit of kids footy in them. Love to attack, but switch off and concede. Yep. Mentality, man. Mentality. And no one get annoyed with me saying that because if they don't believe that, then there's something wrong there. Brighton says, Burton has a massive boot. He didn't hit... But has a massive boot, man. He didn't hit that sweet at all and still easily made the distance. Yeah, it did. Yep. Warriors destroyed the Dolphins yesterday. Yep, they did. Brendan Westling says, I'm actually surprised the teams and crowd got in the stadium. Central Coast have been throwing a party. Yeah, Central Coast obviously won the A-League. No one really cares besides Central Coast. But, good on them because they care, and it's good to see. Stalwars fan just got home from overnight surgery, so I couldn't watch yesterday's games. Let's hope the Doggies pull through with this one. Well, it's a good game right now. It's a close game. Obviously we're talking a lot about everything, but it is a close game right now, which is good to see. Today could easily be an absolute dreadful day of games, but right now it's looking like it might be a bit of a surprise. It's like this Preston is one of the reasons I loved watching the Panthers growing up. Man, incredible bloke, incredible player. You can't get better than Presto, and he's taught his son well in Jaden. He's taught his children well. Jaden is very respectful. I thought it was absolute bullshit when I went onto a Titans group last night on Facebook and I saw a comment saying never let Jaden play for our team again because he didn't have a great game in the 5-8 last night. It's like people love to individualise players. Don't individualise players. Criticise. If you want to say Jaden didn't play great last night, fair. Okay, he didn't play great last night. But don't individualise him and put him out on the sword and say we never want to see him because you're speaking on behalf of yourself. And I get that people also, something that people at the Titans, which is hard for me, but I feel like our fans are too nice to our boys. And don't hold them as accountable as they need to. And I feel like I'm probably part of that as well, but in the same sense, it's very difficult for me with the other side of things because I'm on both sides. I'm a fan first, but I'm also, slightly involved with the club, right? So, yeah, I feel like we just need to hold more accountability, but just not like that. I thought that was a little bit too much. But anyways, he says, get to Twal and give him a pep talk because we all want him to score. You shut your dirty mouth, Brendan. I'm deleting everything if Alex Twal scores a game-winning try against the Titans. I'm deleting everything. I am moving to Antarctica and I'm going to marry a penguin if Alex Twal scores a game-winning try to get over there. I'm going to marry a penguin, right? A literal penguin if Alex Twal scores the game-winning try. Mr. Ant-Man be the new owner of the channel. No, I think Antonio, if Alex Twal scored in the last seconds to win that game, I think Antonio would do something that I can't say on YouTube. So he says, I'm smelling a dog's feety bomb in the second half. Hey, Daz, you can't talk about it until he hits the 30. Gee whiz, Daz, mate. Fatima says, the way the Roosters have been playing this year, they don't deserve top 8. No, they don't. No, they don't. The teams that are in the top 8 right now deserve to be there, realistically. Maybe except for... No, everyone who's there deserves to be there. No team below them has played well enough to be there. It will be crazy, though, to think that the top 8 will be separated. There's still only 3 wins between the Titans and Broncos there. But the 8th position Dolphins, or the 7th position Warriors, will be 2 points away from probably 13th or 14th. So even though you're in the 8th and 7th, they are literally probably going to be 2 points away from the bottom 4, which is crazy. That's if the Bulldogs win. Bulldogs win. Warriors are 2 points away from bottom 4, despite being in 7th. Does Titans have a reserve grade team? If so, do you follow it? We have the Burleigh Bears and Tweeders Eagles currently, but we are currently getting a legitimate reserve grade Gold Coast Titans club, like the Dolphins do. We are getting a single. So I'm pretty certain the Burleigh Bears are actually going to go to the feeder club for the Broncos, which really sucks. Really does suck. But yeah, unfortunately for the Bears and the Seagulls, I think Seagulls will just be A grade. I don't know what feeder club they would be for, but we are getting our own individual. We're getting our own individual one. Which is going to be really positive for the Titans. Jesse says, to be honest, I'd love to see Alex Twal score live, so let it happen in Newcastle. Mate, you can have it happen in Newcastle all you want. You know what? I'll let you have it. You have it, man. You can have it in Newcastle all you like. XO says, the fight for all spots in the top 8 this year is up for grabs. Every spot is still up for grabs. Literally every spot. No spot is safe at all. And especially considering we all saw what happened with the Broncos last year, even first place isn't safe right now. Like, even the Broncos aren't safe. Like, yeah, they should definitely be making the 8 for sure, but then again, last year they should have been as well. There's still plenty of games to go. It was the post-Origin series, post-Origin part of the season, which killed the Broncos, so hopefully they can maintain, but, nothing can be guaranteed right now. Trugan says, I'm late being out stealing cars to keep mod. It makes sense. It does make sense, Trugan. It really does make sense. She's Bentley says, hey mate, hello champion. Malcolm says, people don't mention the table, only 2 to 4 points in it for top 10. Yep. And like I said, even there's only 4 points between the Titans who are in 9th, or the Roosters who are in 10th, and the Panthers who are in 2nd. Even though the Panthers will probably get a win today, which will put them back into first position over the Dragons. Obviously, they should beat there. But regardless, the Rabbitohs, the Sharks, Storm probably go to 20 as well if they beat the Cowboys. But the Rabbitohs, the Sharks, and the Raiders are on 18. So from probably 13th to 3rd, 13th to 4th will be 4 points. No one's safe, man. No one's safe. Not even the Rabbitohs. Malcolm says, trucking, that's where my car's gone. Matthias says, remember when Dragons were first on the ladder for like the first 13 rounds a few years ago and they didn't end up not even making the finals. Yeah, that happens quite a lot, actually. It happens quite a lot with the Dragons. They do that quite a bit. Jesse says, I'm somewhat confident in the top 5 clubs to make the top 8, but with a close ladder, it doesn't take too many wins and losses to shake it up. Yeah, a couple of losses here and there. Definitely can throw your season out of whack. And this is what I'm saying. Like, although it seems really shit to be a Titans fan right now, and although it feels really shit to be a fan of clubs like the Roosters right now, the fact of the matter is that you put a couple of wins on the trot and you're in back in the 8, like, just straight up. And, and then if we've got 8 out of our last 13 games at home, and we don't play the Rabbitohs every single week, so hopefully we'll play an easier team, like the Tigers or something like that, get a win there, and then go on a run, and you put yourselves back into the equation. Dragon says, Malcolm, sorry mate, your car is well and truly on its way to Indonesia. Oh, you went and had a bit of a quick trip to New Zealand, did you? Dragon. Good stuff. I'm somewhat confident on the top 5 clubs to make the top 8, but with a close ladder, it doesn't take... I've literally just read this comment. No, I've literally just read this comment. Give us some email that says, Malcolm, blame the refs. That is a good point. It is the refs' fault that your car is gone, Malcolm. It is the refs' fault. I was waiting for Europa to blame the ref. Maybe just blame me, Malcolm. I think that's what we all do nowadays. We just blame me for the Titans losing, where your car has gone, and for World War II. I was the reason for Adolf Hitler, yeah. Shees Bentley says, fire out, your voice is gone, man. Yeah, it is. Well, it's not as gone as it has been previously. Like, I can still get it going, but it's just that I know how to do that. Like, I've done that for 13 years now. I've been, doing the leading of the chants and whatnot at the front line. So I have a good idea. But yesterday I found my voice was getting lost probably around the 20-minute mark, but I just kept going. You guys wouldn't have seen. Actually, my voice actually blew out in the first chant as I just started it up, but then I just kept going. Because we build different, babe. Because we build different. Jazzy says, how would you feel if it turns out players hate you beating the drums, just subconsciously putting them off their game? Okay, Jesse. We're going to do this? You're going to blame me again? So not only do I get people blaming me on Instagram, but now you think that they're subconsciously putting them off their game. I'm losing IQ points with some people. I'm losing brain cells. I dead set. I feel like I'm losing brain cells. I feel like I'm losing brain cells. Matthias says, have the Titans played the Rays yet? No, we play them in Canberra in about 5 weeks' time. I'll be down there. We have the Tigers this week coming, and then we have the bye, and then the Broncos away, and then the Dolphins at home, I'm pretty certain. Then we go to the Raiders. So we have a good little stretch here at home. It's like saying, do players hate it when their fans show up because it's distracting? I'm so sorry that I distract my own team. I'm so sorry. God help us. I'll just sit down and shut up on the sideline. It's like, if that was the case, we may as well just all watch it on TV. Because if our players are getting distracted by myself on the sideline, then my God, atmospheres at games will be shithouse. Where you're not even allowed to stand up, just clap. So we got Tigers at home, then a bye, Broncos. Oh no, sorry, we have Raiders away in 4 weeks. Yeah, we got Tigers at home, bye, Broncos away, and then the Raiders away, and then Dolphins at home, Eels away, and then Roosters, Cowboys, and Warriors at home straight, which is a good 3-game stretch. So if we can, this is the thing, if we can win those 3 games, which are all winnable games, if we can win all 3 of those games at home, Roosters, Cowboys, Warriors straight like that, we're in the 8. We're back into the 8. There's not, as long as we're not on a consistent losing streak right now, but we've got the Tigers. We're still favourites for the Tigers game. How good's that? I'll take it. I'll take anything I can get right now. I'll take anything I can get. Christian says, heard that drum yesterday every time Taff was about to catch a bomb. Yeah, good. He shushed me. He did shush me in the end, but I don't understand why. Congratulations on getting a couple of kicks, but you also missed a couple of kicks because of me. He only shushed me when he got his kick, but he didn't look back at me when he missed his kicks. Sergeant Kelton said, I've only just realised it's 3 games today. Yeah, we've got 3 games today. We've got this one. We've got the Cowboys and the Storm, and we've also got the Cowboys and the Storm, and then we've got the Panthers and the Dragons. But it's congratulations to Blake Taff, and Cody Walker and the Rabbitohs. The win's the win. The win is the win. You showed me good stuff. I don't care. But it was interesting. It's he shushed me when he got the kick, but he didn't shush me when he missed multiple kicks. It'll be freezing by then. Thank you, Matthias. Thank you, mate. Thank you for letting me know it's going to be freezing in Canberra in 4 weeks' time. Thank you. Really looking forward to it, mate. Really looking forward to it. And myself and Clarkey, we might just cuddle. We might just have to cuddle on the sidelines, myself and Clarkey. Sheesh Bentley says, I feel bad for you. Voice gone and now losing IQ points. I'm losing IQ points reading your comment, Sheesh Bentley. Jay says, watch out for Viking Muppet. Ooh, I'm scared. I'm scared, man. Dragon says, 6 foot blonde, green eyes distracts me. What's going on right now? Wait, what's happening, Dragon? What's happening? Malcolm says, players busy listening to your drumming skills. Oh, that's second half is underway here, by the way, guys. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're new around here. 40 minutes to go here. It's literally just started, so I didn't miss anything. But as soon as a player looks at me or makes contact with me, I know I've got them. It's exactly what happened. Well, Zach was a bit different, though. She's playing, I saw Dano on TV. Yeah, Dano was on TV. Behind Taffy Boy. Fatima says, no, don't watch on TV. It's too distracting. You're using too much electricity. Yeah, makes sense. It is still my fault, even if I'm watching on TV, because I am using electricity to watch. And, we're going to save electricity, so that the stadium can use its light. So it is my fault again. It is, to be fair. You are right. It's always my fault. So the Roosters now get this ball to the 20. And get this ball out to the 30 through James Tedesco. Doxo4 says, who is your wooden spoon team at the Dragons? Yeah, Truck, and he came back the other day. That Viking dude, the scariest man on YouTube comment streams. The scariest man on YouTube comment streams. He came back the other day getting around the Raiders with another fake account and whatnot. She balances Milford's fault. It's a bit of a mixture of Milford's fault and my fault. Left hand side here for the Roosters, James Tedesco. Jeez, he's having a good game. And, he's going to go for sideline. Oh, no. Oh, they're going to call penalty. I don't know about that. It's still moving. Oh, I think that was a pretty bullshit call, but we pounded the Roosters. Reece Dumelos' Warriors versus Titans prediction. Bro, we don't play you until like round 23. What you mean Warriors Titans prediction? Bro, it's round 15 next week. We don't play you for another 8 weeks. What you mean? So, right. Oh, no. Angus Crichton. No. Oh, dear me. Oh, Crichton knock on. That's bad. That's a really bad one. I can't believe we're getting asked about a prediction for 8 weeks. Yeah, I would agree, Jasper. I think that is karma. Because I don't think that should have been a penalty in the first place. Titans 700, Warriors 0. Thank you, Get My Name out of your mouth. Alex says a team will win, Reese. A team should win, Alex. I would agree with that comment. That's a really good comment. And it will be the Titans, mate. Oh, Lord, Doggy's here left hand side. Josh out of car. Out of car's away. He's at the 40. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. And the drive down with the Doggies. Woof, woof. Woof, woof. Doggy, woof, woof. Josh out of car. Bang, 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 bang. Salada. Bang, 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 bang. Salada. Gone. He's gone. He's gone. 16-12. We're going to kick the calm for the doggy, woof, woof. The Fox is back in town, baby. Brendan Wesling says, here comes the depression again. Brendan, join me, son. Join me, Brendan. Join me, son. Don't worry. We can feel the pain together. Fatima says, stop knocking on BKR. He's going to have another stroke. Try time with the Fox. Is the try time with the Fox. Brian says, Fox burnt the shit out of the rubber union boy. So later to Waleed. But Josh Adakago Boomski. She's barely said how the refs tonight, Brendan. Don't start him. Please don't start Brendan. Harris, I can't believe the Titans keep on losing after having a big lead. If this keeps on happening, they'll be in the running for the... No, bro. They're not in the running for the wooden spoon at all. I'm not concerned about the Titans being in the running for even the bottom 4. I'm not going to lie to you, bro. They're not in the running for the wooden spoon. At all. I'm not concerned about that whatsoever. Sachin Kelson says, it's so hard. Like, you can't... A team is not going to be in the hunt for the wooden spoon when they're scoring 28 points a game. Yes, they're conceding points, man, but like they're going to win games from now on to the end of the season. Like, it's not going to happen. Like, I still genuinely believe we can make the 8. Like, I'm not concerned about a bottom 4 placing whatsoever. And I am critical of this team, but not worried. So it's going to be Matt Burton who makes the kick. So it is 18-12 here with 35 minutes to go of the game. Sasha says, so hard being a Roosters fan, Brandon. I wish I could wipe my tears with multiple premierships. Yeah, Sasha, I know. I know, Sasha, as a Warriors fan yourself, even though you're a Titans fan, but as a Warriors fan yourself and a Titans fan myself, we should feel really sorry for the Roosters. We really should. Yeah, they're a hard team to support that one. Trucken says, Harry, my Tigers have the spoon wrapped up for 23. No, man, I disagree. I think the Dragons do. I really think you don't get it. I think you guys come second or third last, but I don't think you guys get it. All right, so Doggies with the ball here. 5 minutes out from their own line. Oluwapu to Tavita Cat Jr. He gets it out of the 15. Every time a team has scored first against the Titans, ends up losing. That's not true. Dragons game in round 2. Dragons scored first. We ended up going up 12-2. We lost. Tigers game, the Tigers scored first with a penalty. We ended up winning that game. Yeah, no. That's not how it works. Burton here. Burton. Oh, I don't know, the halfway point. It was like that originally. No, Scott, stats incorrect. So right-hand side now. Ockenbaugh. Off to Hayes Perm. Offloads it again. The Doggies here. Arguably 6 again. Is it not 6 again here for a knock-on? Fit tackle here. 25 metres out from the line. Doggies are on fire right now. And... Chucking. Ockenbaugh! Oh, my God. Nah, it's going to be a knock-on here. But Ockenbaugh nearly just gave me children. My God. Scott Johnson says Titans scored first versus Broncos. Trucken says, aren't you drunk? Anshu says, hi, I'm the big fan. So are you going to stream the Belborn Stories versus Cowboys? I'm not going to be streaming the Belburn Stories versus the Cowboys. I'm going to stream the Melbourne Storm versus Cowboys. I am. But I will not be streaming the Belburn Stories versus the Cowboys. No. Scott Johnson says, come on, Dogs win by 16 plus. That would be insane for the Dogs to win by 16 plus and put the Roosters into the bottom 4. It really would be. That bye helped us. I think we could have been on the same point as the Titans. All right. Greg says Belburn Stories. That's a new one. It's an interesting way of spelling the Melbourne Storm. Is there a new team? Failed HIA for Reid Marnie, by the way. He will not be back today. Anshu, it's all right. Don't stress, Anshu. All right, so it's going to be 4 tackle now for the Roosters. They get this ball to the 30. They get this ball to the 30. Suave says, update the score, you flop. Well, I don't actually update the score. It does it automatically, but I hope that it never updates just for you, Suave. I hope that it never updates. I hope that it will never... You know what? I might even go put the score of the next game up there, just so that you don't get the updated score of this game. Addo Carr now. He goes to the 40. The Belburn Stories are playing tomorrow. Oh, there you go. Fatima, I didn't know. Sorry, that's my bad. That is my bad. All right, Dogs now get this ball to the halfway point. Melbourne Stories sounds like the way an American tourist would say the Melbourne Storm. Melbourne Storm. That's how Americans would say it. It is. Yeah, it is. Melbourne. They do call it Melbourne. We call it Melbourne. It's like B-I-N. That's how we say it, but they literally pronunciate the O-U-R-N-E. 4 tackle here. Hayes Perm, 15 metres out. They got right-hand side here. And they would take... Oh, good offload there by the Doggies. Harrison Edwards. And we're taking that 15 metres out. There's actually a Melbourne in Florida. Yeah, I know. There's also a Gold Coast in Chicago. There is a Gold Coast in Chicago. It's north side near the greatest baseball team to ever exist, the Chicago Cubbies. Up it goes! Oh, it's a tackle in there. Yep, penalty. How's the Sydney Lobsters? What's wrong with you, Sheets Bentley? Harry M, I'm going to read your comment, but you are literally so... Wow. I can't believe how ignorant you are to this team. To be fair, Titans only scored 28 points because South had so many players out yesterday. Okay. So the Titans, in 6 out of the last 7 games, have hit over 26 points. So on what planet does that mean just because the Rabbitohs had Latrell Mitchell out and, Tane Milne? How on earth does that mean that the Titans can't score points? You are incredible. Incredible. They scored 22 points in the first half and scored 26 points the other week, 26 points the other week, 26 points the other week, 26 points the other week. And you think because of that, you're ignorant. You're ignorant. You have no idea about this team if this is your comments. The Titans have no worries in attack whatsoever. There is no worries in attack. No stress at all. No stress. Sorry, sometimes people need to be put back into their place because some people get really stupid in the way that they talk about this team and they actually have no idea what's actually happening at this club. And they think they do, and they go out and they spread bullshit, and then other people believe it. And it's like, that is just a nonsensical comment that needs to be put in its place. It's so stupid. To assume that it's only because the South had players out yesterday. Like, it's ridiculous. We've still got players out. We've got AJ Brimson out. We've got Jamin Jolliffe out. We don't have Bowie Firma. You know? It's just dumb. It's dumb. Learn the game better, bro. Fourth tackle now, right-hand side. Roosters give it off Matt Lodge. And Lodge offloads a great offload there from Lodge. And they're away here, Joe Manu. Joe Manu at the 20. Good tackle. Fit tackle. Brendan Weston says, never heard of the Melbourne Stories. Well, now you do. Now you have heard of them. So Kiri's going to put that ball into the corner. Good taper. Billy Smith. Billy Smith. Offloads. Oh, knock on. Chooka, no. Chooka, knock on. No, Matthias says there's a Texas and Queensland. Yeah, it's like on the border. It's like near Gold Coast. It's not near Gold Coast, but it's like on the border, but inland. Isn't it New South Wales? Or is it Queensland? I know it's like right on the border. Because my stepdad, at the time, 10 years ago, the Geelong fan that got me into the Cats, he had a house out there. Or his son, my stepbrother at the time. His son, Kurt, had a pig farm out in Texas. Brandon says, Texas, Queensland. Oh, it is Queensland. Literally a whole song about it, yeah. All right, Doggy's here, fourth tackle. 30 minutes to go here at the game, guys. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you're new around here. It's west on the border of Queensland. West on the border of Queensland. Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't updated the score yet. At least that means that old mate's going to be upset the score hasn't been updated yet. She's this is Kurt Catewell. What does that have anything to do with anything here? Farah says 18-12 and 12-12. Thank you, Farah. Thank you. So second tackle here with 30 minutes to go of the game. Roosters get taken back to the 15. There is a Brooklyn in New South Wales. In fact, it's right by the Central Coast and has a Brooklyn Bridge. Well, there you go. James Tedesco! Tedesco's away! Tedesco with a brilliant play. Gives it up to the inside. The Roosters are away! The Roosters are going to score! Try time for the Chookies! Try time for the Chookies underneath the post there. And Junior Polgar with the try time for the Roosters. Try time for the Roosters. It's going to be 18-16 with the kick to come. And 18-18 any moment now. 18-18 any moment now. Tyson, there's a Manly in Brisbane. Well, that's winning Manly. That's not Manly. It's winning Manly. Also, not really what we're talking about. We're talking about like America to Australia. All right, so 18-16 here with the kick to come. Jack Lewis says the Titans look dangerous going forward every week. Their attack is very good. Just need to improve their defense. They are a difficult team to bet against because they do score points. Mate, they are literally 30 minutes away from being a genuine contender for the competition. But unfortunately, they are a very long 30 minutes away from being a genuine contender for the competition. This team legitimately has the opportunity to be a top team. But unfortunately, they don't put it together for full 80. They only do it for 50 minutes. And guess what? Tedesco's having an incredible game. Tedesco will be having a great Supercoach score right now. My goodness me. My goodness me. His Supercoach score would be phenomenal right now. It would be phenomenal. It would be very good. I'll have a drink. But it will be 18-16. I know the score doesn't reflect down there, guys, but it is 18-16 here to the Dogs, but it's about to be 18-18. Teddy 64. Yeah, but that's not including that try assist, line break, and line break. The line break, the try assist. That won't be. And the tackle break just then for Tedesco. That's not including. So he'll be on like 80. Let's not talk about Supercoach scores this week. I'm actually having a really good week, X Factor, in Supercoach. I'm actually having a pretty decent week. All right. So 27 minutes, 44 seconds to go here of the game. And it is tied up at 18-8. At least this scoreline, even though it's not right, at least that scoreline reflects that it's a draw right now. Blazers, Supercoach scores are sexy. TJ Tower, no. Edwards is not getting the #1 blue jersey. Wasn't happening before this game, won't happen during this game, won't happen after this game. X Factor says, I'll be lucky to go close by 1,200. All comes down to Captain Cleary. Yeah, it does all come down to Captain Cleary. I'm nervous that he doesn't play the entire game, but I should probably get about... Oh, Doggy's here! Doggy's with the ball! What hell? 5 minutes out from the line. Knock on for the Roosters on the first tackle of the set. So it will be 0 tackle with the Dogs. 5 minutes out from the line. They go left-hand side. And the Dogs 2 meters out here from the line. Here we go. Here come the doggy woof woof. Out the back to Burton. Burton! If I made shirts saying doggy woof woof, would anyone buy one? I could do it. I want one for myself. That's why I'm thinking about it. So third tackle here. I could go through like Redbubble or something like that. Could Nick have it a 6? I don't think so. Right hand side could, but I don't think so. Right hand side here. Olawapu looking for something. Be 5 meters out from the line. Shocking error. Really poor error there, Lucas. Really poor error. At the back here to Waddell. Waddell. Oh, I thought there was going to be an intercept there. Oh, they flick it back. Hayes Perham. It's a chance here. Alamotti. Knock on Roosters. 6 again coming up. Jay says doggy woof woof in Titans colours. Why? Why would I make that in Titans colours? Are you good? Why would I make doggy woof woof in Titans colours? Blake Arles says Buller, SJ, and CNK over 100 points. Yeah, I had Buller. I had SJ. Also had Tino, who got over 100 points. I think I had Cody Walker as well, who got over 100 points. To be honest, BK, I don't believe Dylan Brown did it, bro. Not the time to talk about it. It's all alleged anyway. Just innocent until proven guilty. Left-hand side, Jacob Preston, second tackle, 5 minutes out of the line. A lot of women go out to ruin players' careers, aka Seven Red Roger and Jack Bellin. Let's not assume that the woman is lying either. I think that's unfair as well. I think it's unfair to assume that Dylan Brown's guilty, but it's also unfair to assume that the woman is lying. Just let the course decide it, man. So right-hand side, Jaden Okunbor, 3 meters out of the line. Fourth tackle now. They roll it back. Gets it off to Olawapu, to Matt Burton on fourth tackle. Kicks it through Adokar! Try time, Adokar! Doggy, woof, woof. Hoo. All right. So, doggy, woof, woof here. I'm not going to bother responding to you, Harry. You have no idea what you're talking about. So, it's 22-18 here. We're 25 minutes to go here of the game. But look at this. Nice kick here. Matt Burton, early kick. He just knew that Adokar was going to come on through. And unfortunately, Tedesco wasn't in the right area. But can you really blame Tedesco there? I'm not too sure. But it was a great kick there. And Suoliti gets burnt by Adokar. Oh, he does get it. He does get it, but it was dangerous. CG Tenga says, doggy, woof, woof, put that on a shirt. That's exactly what I said just before, that I would put it on a shirt. It's literally exactly what I said. The dogs are woofing, baby. There's plenty of woofing going on here. There is plenty of woofing going on here. I'm starting to get annoyed that this flash score is not showing us the actual score right now. Let's see if I refresh it and it comes up. No, it's still got 12-12. Hopefully that updates eventually, like one day soon. That would be nice. Because it is actually just 22-12. Maybe I'll go onto the NRL website. I just have to fix it up a little bit though. I'll give it another 5 minutes. If it doesn't update in 5 minutes, then I'll go onto the NRL website and get theirs. Scott Johnson says, even if the Roosters struggle with their attack, they should be able to play some defense. New home jersey for the Dogs. Dogs wouldn't be anywhere near as dangerous in attack without Adokar. I would agree. Absolutely. That's why they signed him. That's why they signed him. I know it sounds obvious, but you wouldn't wear a Doggies coloured t-shirt? No, not necessarily. Jesse, I've got a Storm shirt in there. I've got Shark stuff. I've got, I've worn a Rabbitohs hat to a Rabbitohs vs Roosters game before. I've worn a Broncos scarf before. I don't have the hatred like I have for Manchester United for NRL teams. Dislike, yeah. But I also just love merchandise. I love wearing merchandise of sport teams. I think it's awesome. So, no, doggy, woof, woof is something that I could do. Anshu says, I kind of go for the Roosters, but I'll betray my dad. Woof. I'm going to pretend that comment didn't just happen. So Dogs now get this ball to the 15. The treble is on, Blue Moon. Exactly right, BP. Exactly right, mate. Second tackle now for the Doggies. They got left-hand side here. Third tackle now. This has actually been a fun game to watch, to be completely honest with you. It's been a fun game to watch. It's 24-18. I'll give it 3 more minutes to update the score. If it doesn't, then I will go and get NRL's one. Fourth tackle now for the Dogs at the 25. Treble is on, son. Tavita Pangai Jr. now gets his ball to the 30. It's going to be a fit tackle. I'll go for the Roosters, but I'll betray myself. Woof. Fair enough. I'm going to pretend like that comment is pinned. Baby, this is who's leading. 24-18 to the Dogs right now with 22.5 minutes to go. Fit tackle, but now it's going to be Roosters who bring it back out. James Tedesco's been incredible. He's been incredible today. The Fox says woof woof, CG Tenga. The Fox, in fact, says woof woof. Roosters now at the halfway point, second tackle. Thankful we didn't lose the FA Cup because if we won the UCL and lost the FA Cup, United fans wouldn't shove back denying the treble. Yeah, it's a good point. It's a very good point. So third tackle here. 33 metres out now from the line. Go right outside Jay Turpin. You know what's crazy if you think about it? Right now, the only team that stopped us from winning the quadruple is Southampton. It's Southampton. Tells you everything you need to know. Left-hand side now. Good chance. Kiri. Kiri at the back to Tedesco. Taken down by nice tackling Blake Wilson. So fifth tackle for the Roosters. They're 22 metres out. Right-hand side to Kiri. Kiri puts that ball into the corner. On 2. That's way too far. That kick was way too far. Yeah, I'm going to go get the NRL score here. The NRL.com score. Because it's annoying me that score is not showing. They're not updating it. Who's making a debut right now? Oh, Khaled Rajab. Khaled Rajab comes on here for the Doggies. Khaled Rajab comes over the Doggies. That kick was dreadful. Just dreadful there from Kiri. Alright, let's copy this bad boy. Because otherwise people are going to come in and be like, oh, is it actually the score? It's not. It is not. Let's try this bad boy like that. This will only be for this stream, however. Dogs there get this ball to the 40. That was Khaled Rajab with the run. There we go. Okay, we'll just use this for now. Just for this stream, we'll do this. Oh no! Now everything's moving over. Yeah, Reece Moore running straight at Payne Haas was pretty awesome in Origin. And then we'll go like this bad boy, and then we'll make this a little bit bigger just so that. Oh, that's a big kick there from Burton. Big kick from Burton. Tedesco safe under the high ball though. Gets that bad boy. All right, there we go. And we'll move that down like this so it's not so crazily massive. Jeez, that's big. I can't wait for the action. Oh, they lost the ball. Doggy's ball. Doggy's ball to 13. Knock on against who? Bulldogs knock on, so it will be Roosters' ball here. Alright. Yeah, that's fine. They're going to challenge this. They will challenge this here, the Doggies. Alright, that's fine. Whatever. Alright, so they dispute the decision of a knock on here. It is indeed the score if you're drunk. It is, if you're drunk, Greg, the previous score was the score. He's just lost that ball. Oh, it's gone back. No, it's a loose carry. This should be Dog's ball here. This should be Dog's ball. Collins was under the high ball. Does he knock it on though? He does throw it back. Nah, it goes into Oluwapu's arm. It goes into Oluwapu's arm, which means this should be a knock on. It should be Dog's ball. That should be Dog's ball. No. It goes into Oluwapu's arm bunker, which classifies it as a knock on. Ibanga, it go into his arm, which make it a knock on. Very simple. It's very simple. I don't understand. Ah, no shit, Sherlock. We got there. Well done, bunker. Well done. Well done. Brandon Westling says Southampton may have been relegated, but they can forever say they denied the Blue Overlords of a quadruple. Man, it's even crazy to see that comment. Like, it's crazy to think about what City is nowadays. Baby says, although I don't like the Doggies being Neil supported, rather they win today. Let's go Doggies. Yeah, because you'll go above the Roosters then. By the way, 20 minutes to go here, guys. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you're new around here. We've got 3 streams to do today. We've still got the Cowboys versus the Storm and also the Dragons versus the Panthers later on today. We'll stream both those games. But yeah, most teams down the bottom end of the table want the Dogs to win. Because the Dogs will go only one spot up. And that's... Oh, they will probably stay in the same position. Unless they win by 16. Burton! If they can win this game by 16 points, the Roosters go bottom 4 and the Dogs go into 5th last. That's the only way the Dogs go up, though. The Dogs cannot go up anymore. Because they would have had to have won by about 50 or 60 to go above the Titans. Greg says the bunker is finally bunkering. Mate, they were buffering for sure. That's for sure. Oh, knock on there from Oluwapu. Knock on from Oluwapu. Knock on from Oluwapu. Knock on. Knock on. Jay Hayes dropped the link for the Cowgirls versus Storm with 1S. I told you, Jay is a Titans fan now. He's even insulting the Cowboys. Jay is a Titans fan. I told you this. I've made sure of it. Look at him go. You know, God help you, Jay. You've gone from a team that is currently in second last to a team that is in 9th, but is incredibly hard to support. Incredibly hard to support. So Roosters with the ball at 10. James Tedesco, 10 out of 15. Oh, he knows longer shops at Aldi. Okay. Well, what is with Aldi? It's a good question. Why is Aldi weird? It's a great question. Why does it feel weird to shop at Aldi? It's a great question to ask everybody. I don't get it. Is it just because we've been conditioned to Coles and Woolworths? It just feels like you're... I don't know. Feels like you're cheating. Go on, Aldi. My goodness me. VP says, I honestly didn't know Eels would go up a spot or 2 if Doggies win. Wow, I think we play them next. You get a bye, mate, so you go above the Titans as well. And the Roosters. As long as the Roosters lose this game. Jay says, I'll tell you later in Discord. Oh, no, what I'm saying in general. Like, when you go and you go to Aldi, it always feels weird. It just feels weird. Penalty Doggies. Mate, I just realised Kafusi can't play game 2, still suspended, plus Arrow and Gilbert are out, so Catewell and Horsburgh could be in. I love that with Horsburgh. Well, Davey Fafita will still play. Catewell would start and Horsburgh off the bench. I love that. Yeah, mixes it up, but good depth. Aldi doesn't play music over their speakers. Once you notice, you can't unnotice it. Is that true? So that's a penalty for the Dogs again. Roosters are getting a little bit leery. Was Fafita rested last night? For the most part, Docs, yeah. For the most part. So it's going to be high contact here. Penalty for high contact. So the Doggies are going to be on the chance here to take it to a 2-score game. Because you walk in and see knock off everything and it's noticeable. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. It is a very good point. So left-hand side now. And they give it off. Second tackle now, 23 metres out from the line. Yeah, you see that, like, that Coca-Cola brand. No, that Cola brand. As soon as you... Oh, geez. Good hit there by Lindsay Collins on Jacob Preston. As soon as you see the Cola brand, you know it's game over. It's game over. Not the Coca-Cola, not Coke. We're talking about that Cola brand. You know it's game over then. So 13 metres out here from the line. They're going to go left-hand side to Matt Burton. Burton now. 8 metres out from the line. Fit tackle. To... Kicks it through. Oh, Roosters are away. The Roosters are away. Now Butcher. Oh, turned down to 25, but it was a good play there from Butcher to stop that kick going through. Jay just said Aldi is on par with IKEA food. Man, IKEA food. I haven't been to IKEA in a very long time, but I just remember the hot dogs there was so bad. IKEA is a great store, though. That's the Roosters there with the penalty. IKEA is a great store. You go into IKEA, you do the whole walk around and stuff like that, and you just want to buy everything. You feel yourself in a new complete. Like, you just think of every new home. A whole new home for yourself. Baby says, yeah, good point, Blaze. I think we're conditioned to Coles and Woolies. Store layout seems like a place that's going out of business, but it's going in daily. This is just Aldi slander right now on the channel. But it's all true! Kerry! 13 minutes out. It's all true in our opinions. It's all true in our opinions. So 13 minutes out, right hand side. And looks like it's going out of business. That's like Kerry. Tedesco, 5 minutes out from the line here for tackle. It's the Roosters to Tupanua to Kerry. Kerry 7 minutes out. These 3 minutes out. I'm actually like tearing up at that one. That was funny. 3 minutes out from the line. They kick it through. That's a knock on. Dogs. Yep, 6 again coming up for the Roosters. 6 again. Like, Bulldogs just came back to the strand after watching the footy. All I can say is the Foxes on the trot. Well, you haven't won yet, bro. Still 13 minutes for you to go, and the Roosters have got a fresh attack and set on the line. Scott Johnson, so Walker got dropped because he lost Storm and Sharks, yet Robinson happy with the lineup that lost the Dragons, Panthers, Cowboys, possibly Dogs. Yeah, it's a good point, Scott, but I think Sam Walker is also injured still, isn't he? But you're right. You are absolutely right. Stephanie Pritchard, yes, I do all games. As long as I'm not at the game, I do all games. So yeah, I'll be doing this game. We've got Storm Cowboys and also Panthers Dragons after this. So left-hand side now for the Roosters try. Manu, he'll be 5 minutes out of the line. Dogs of War defense, like ball sacks. Well, there's 18 points you've already given up, so I don't know about that. Right-hand side now, Warrior Hargraves. And it'll be 3 minutes out from the line now. At the back, gives it off to Keary. Keary, 10 minutes out, now Butcher! Oh, it's a brilliant tackle there by Matty Burton. Yeah, it was a brilliant tackle by Matt Burton. James Tedesco, try-time Roosters! Try-time Roosters. Joseph Suwali, 24-22. What about that Dogs of War defense there, lagging ball sacks? I think you're lagging. I think the ball sacks are old lagging there, but Suwali goes try-time there. Yeah, so much for that, Brian. There we go, 24-22 to the Doggies, but to come for the Roosters. Well, at least this is a fun game. This is a fun game. So let's get a W. What should I lock in for Cowboys vs Storm and Panthers vs Dragons? Cowboys vs Storm. We'll go Storm 112. We'll go first try after 8 minutes. No, I know what your bets are. Sorry, scratch that one. We'll go Storm 112. We'll go anytime try scorers of Xavier Coates and Elias Katoa. I like it. And then for Panthers and Dragons, I'll take Panthers 13 plus. I'm going to take Nathan Cleary anytime try scorer. And go Dylan Edwards. Because I think he'll want to really perform to try and put his name into Origin Arena, especially with now Tedesco playing like this. Dragons 57 plus. Marcel Moser says, I think you've had 57 plus drinks today. Dogs have forces scoreboard spoiled that try. Oh my god. No, I cannot win. I fixed the scoreboard and then the scoreboard is too fast. The scoreboard is too fast. But can they get the kick here? It's not a guaranteed kick. It is not a guaranteed kick by any means here. Alright. From the right-hand side, Suwaliti to try and convert his own try. Okay, now it's updated so I can actually go and get that flash score again. And he does get it. So with 11 minutes to go, here is 24-24, guys. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you're new around here. At least we've got a good game on our hands right now. We're going to change this bad boy. So we'll go back to our normal local hangout. Our normal local hangout there, flash score, bang. And then we're just going to make it smaller here, and then no complaining, eh? No complaining. No more complaining coming up over here now because we are rocking and rolling with that. Put that like that. All right, so the Roosters will start back off with the ball now. Oh, those like star things annoy me, so I've got to fix it. Those star things annoy me, so I've got to move the black thing to cover it. Bang, and this one go bang, and now no more complaint. No more complaint. All right, let's get back. How's it going, BKR? It's going all right today. It's going all right today now. All right, 10 minutes to go with third tackle for the Roosters. 45 metres out from their own line. Warrior Hargraves gets inside the attacking half now. 45 metres out from the Dogs line. Score's wrong, Mr. Streamer. Score is not wrong. Oh my God, actually it is 2 points off. You're joking. Unless they just haven't updated it yet. I refuse anymore, Lucas. I can't. I'm not going to fix it. I'm not fixing it until it'll fix itself. They're going to challenge us here, the Roosters. They will challenge us here. The score changed before you said he kicked it. Well, this score is wrong on the screen. It actually is 24-24. But the Roosters are challenging this call here for a strip. You can't see. Warrior Hargraves trying to get rid of the ball. Oh. I don't know if you could say that's a strip. I think they might win this call, but like I don't even know if he's actually really doing anything here, Burton. But like it's not really a stripping motion, but it probably will still be called as a penalty. Yeah, no, it is. He is still pushing on the ball. Yeah, this is a penalty. That's enough. That's a penalty. That is a penalty. Matt Burton pushes the ball out. Yeah. Matt Burton pushes the ball out. Yep. So that is the right call. So it will be... yeah, it will be... What's it called? This is annoying me, this flash score right now. So I'm going to try and... I'm just going to switch it back. I'm going to switch it back. Oh, they're going to go over the shot here. They're going to go over the 2. They will go over the 2 here, the Roosters, to try and take the lead here at 26-24. They're going to try and take the 2. There you go. Didn't sell it well enough, Burton. Yeah. So Suali'i to make it a 26-24 game. They're about 42 or so metres out. They're basically right in front, so you can't complain about that. I just realised I have a Sprite. Oh, $1,000 donation if that comes off. Locked in. X-Factor says, wow. All right. Suali'i on the wing position and scores. Go figure, Robbo. Not an easy kick here. From this far out. Union kickers would slap this over with ease, but league kickers, not so much. Why are we taking a penalty shot from 40 plus out? Because you take the lead with it as long as it goes out. If it doesn't go out, then this is a dumb play. But I decide I would go with this. By the way, imagine having a house there at Central Coast right there. You can watch the game from your house over there. And beautiful spot. That's actually a brilliant spot in Central Coast. You can watch the game for free. Plus also you get the ocean view. How good is that? Alrighty. Okay, that was dumb. Okay, that was dumb. Okay. I hope the Dogs win. That didn't even get to the 10-metre line. That did not even get to the 10-metre line. The Roosters, that was something else. Like, that was something else right inside here. Blake Wilson. Wilson now at the halfway point, third tackle. It wasn't even close. Reece, wasn't even close. So left-hand side, Oluwapu gives it off here to Corey Waddle. Gawai something now says, do that in Union. He won't be kicking for any Union teams, that's for sure. Out the back, Burton, knock on there for the Roosters, I reckon. I reckon the 6 again. Yep, 6 again for the Roosters, for the Doggies, sorry. And Oluwapu is still going, he'll be taken out to 40. Matthew Hardy says, my dad used to live right there, and as he said, he could watch the game and had a view of the water. Beautiful, eh? Beautiful. Central Coast, bit of an interesting spot. There's places around it that are beautiful. But, yeah, beautiful spot if you had a house right there. Knock on, doggies. Knock on over there. Oh, my God, it's pouring down rain on the Gold Coast right now. Beautiful. Beautiful. You know, it's sunny every single day here and just absolutely brilliant weather. So the one day, you know, we take it occasionally. You know, we take the rain occasionally. It's beautiful. Really beautiful. Tragan says appointment has been made. My baby cousin could kick better than that. Fatima, I reckon your baby cousin could kick further than that. 60 metres out. 60 metres out. Farris is coming to doggies. So 7 minutes to go here. The game it is tied up at 24-24, guys. Comment in the chat right now. Put a dog emoji or put a chook emoji. Put a dog emoji or a chicken emoji. Actually, I reckon I can put some more gifts now for the members, considering we've got, we've got a couple, we've got quite a bit. We've got quite a few members now. Third tackle here, 42 minutes out of the line. So I think we're able to add more gifts in. So I can try and add as many NRL teams in as I can. I think it's a knock on dogs. Yep, knock on dogs. Roosters get a fresh set 6 here, 35 minutes out. Is there an explanation as to why the difference in shapes between Union and Elite balls? No idea. Deceit said dog emoji. Thank you, Deceit, for literally typing dog emoji. I appreciate that one. Not necessarily what I asked. That actually should have been a forward pass. That's unlucky to have the dogs, but the referee would never have been able to see that, but that actually was going to be a forward pass otherwise. Brocky Sports says the hot dogs. BKR Teddy, 116 VC. Would you captain him or Cleary? No, you VC. Because he's probably gonna score maybe even more right now. I would loop him. Yeah. I wouldn't risk that with Cleary. Cleary might not play the whole game. Like, either way, you get a good score, man. I'd loop Teddy, yeah. Second tackle, 23 minutes out. Left hand side, get off to Egan Butcher. And then you don't have to stress the next game. You know, that Panthers Dragons game. You don't have to stress. If he gets a good score, he gets a good score. But regardless, 100. Oh, Kiri, field goal! Field goal! He slapped it. All right, 5 minutes 40 to go here in the game. It's 25-24 to the Roosters. Luke Keary slaps it. Matthew, the people in the area are questionable on Central Coast. When I took my wife from New York to there, she was like, are all Australians like this? My response was thankfully no. If someone from America is questioning the people of Central Coast, there's a problem with Central Coast. there's a problem. And for the Roosters, we'll hit the field goal at 25-24. Unless you're saying like weird, or are you saying like dangerous? No, it wouldn't be dangerous because nothing's dangerous compared to New York, for example. But if you're talking about like weird, okay. All right, so Roosters here, Lindsay Collins brings the ball back out at the 15. 5 minutes to go here. It's a 1-point game, 25-24. X-Factor says, how do you actually loop your captain, VC, and Supercoach? Does that mean that they move clear to the bench and put reserve on him? No. What happens is you have to bring in a player that is not playing, then captain him, then you get your VC as captain, and then you get your lowest score on your bench. As a replacement, Manu gets his ball to the halfway point, 4 tackle. I VC Dave Fafita, who got 17. So I'm definitely not going to be looping my Supercoach. You guys stream the duel next week? I really want to, Dox04. It just depends if I can, but I really want to. Obviously, you guys know I love my Drua, and that was a great win yesterday in the Capital. Oh, it's going to be over the sideline. Roosters, if they score here, this is incredible. Fifth tackle. Oh, they go down at 20. That was good work, though. Burton this year, this your chance to beat in the Origin squad. Yeah. J Jam Gaming says, when Ben Hunt retires, is Reed going to be the rotation hooker for Grant? I would assume so. Yeah, I'd assume so, J Jam. Because who else would go there? I can't think of another Queenslander. Robson's New South Wales. Verrills, New South Wales. The Brayley boys, New South Wales. I don't know of another Queensland hooker right now. I don't know. So it would have to be Reed Marnie, yeah. So right-hand side, second time. But don't forget, Reed Marnie's out for the rest of this game with that HIA early on. Doggies here! Doggies! Oh, full pass! Oh, full pass. They were away. That was a try if it wasn't forward. You've got to watch out for the wild entertain now on the Central Coast. It's a good point, Greg. It's a good point. Brendan says, I'm going to cry if Adokar gets an open field again. Oh, that's forward. Yeah, it is forward. Yeah, it's forward. It's forward. It's the right call. They're very weird, and she's from Brooklyn, New York. Brooklyn. That's like Brooklyn's not like the craziest area. Like, it's not the craziest by any means, but it's still like a rough area, isn't it? Or is Brooklyn like the nice... No, Brooklyn's not the nice area, is it? Like, Brooklyn's like 50-50? Brooklyn's like 50-50, yeah? Like, you can have really nice, but then you can also have, like, not fantastic in safety. Bronx is the worst, yeah. You know what's crazy about Chicago? People say the south side's the worst. It's actually the west side. Second tackle here for Chicago, for the Roosters, 20 metres out of the line, Keary. Second tackle, they give it up to Warrior Hargraves. I can tell you, all the problems I faced was actually west side. She's apparently saying Ipswich. I don't think anyone is scared of Ipswich in comparison to the Bronx in New York. The Bronx is where Yankee Stadium, isn't it, Matthew? So fourth tackle now, 5 metres out even the line. They give it up the back of Keary. Keary to good run. He can butcher 10 metres out. Did he go to O Block when you were in Chicago? I did not go to the O Block in Chicago, Matthias. I did not go to the O Block. So fifth tackle here. Jeez, he's pouring down here in the Gold Coast. Harrison Edwards sent for a HIA, so he will not be back in this game. Pouring. Matthew says, where we are is very nice. We are by the beach where they do the hot dog eating contest. I want to do that. It's on the BKRsport bucket list. We've got 101 things to do before we die on BKRsport. A bucket list. We're going to actually start that series again this week and show you guys what it is, because we did that. We put that into the channel years ago. But we only were able to do a couple. 1 second. Keary here, left hand side. Tedesco. We're taking down 10 metres out from the line. Okay, doggies have to go 90 metres. We have a list on this channel, BKRsport 101 things to do before we die on BKRsport. We've completed, go to all 3 origins in one series. We've completed NRL Grand Final, but that's really all we've kind of done. So, but the hot dog eating contest is on there, mate. I want to be in it. I want to do it. I can eat some hot dogs. First tackle here for the Dogs. Savita Pangai Jr. They roll it back to Olawapu. Olawapu to Matt Burton. Burton now. I think he was going to kick that. That would have been ballsy. 2 minutes to go here, guys. Second tackle. Right-hand side. They need to get this ball to 25. Okay, cool commentary. I'll just go screw myself for you reminding me of the Gold Coast Titans vs Dogs game. Left-hand side here, Matt Burton. Burton back on the inside. Max King. 35 metres out from the line. Teddy put up an origin point today. He's incredible. He's incredible. Fourth tackle, Savita Pangai Jr. He'll get this ball to the halfway point. Fifth tackle. They will only get a tackle or two after this. They have to do something right now. Burton, he whacks that ball literally up in the air directly. And it will bounce here for maybe someone. Anything? No. Roosters taking out the 30. Okay, a minute 23 to go here. Not over, Dogs, but you need to find a way to get the ball back here. You need to find a way to get the ball back here. Matthew says, yeah, Yankee Stadium is the Bronx, yeah. Second tackle. Don't forget, guys, in 10 minutes' time, we'll be going live for the Cowboys and the Storm game. But the Roosters roll this ball back to Palga at the 40. Third tackle. They're going through this set a little bit too fast here, the Roosters. Matthias, why didn't he just go for the 1-pointer then? That would have been 2-pointer, but also that was from 50 metres out, and I don't think Burton... Oh, Burton has the distance in him. We said this before. Teddy's been incredible, Marcel Musa. 2 tries, nearly had a third. Try assist as well. He's been incredible today, Tedesco. So the Dogs will have 40 seconds to try and find something here. They kick this ball. It doesn't matter if it's a 7-tackle set because they won't have enough time for it. Oh my God. That kick was nearly brilliant. Okay, here we go. Dogs here. This is their chance. They've got 30 seconds to go. 80 metres. 25-24 to the Roosters. Can the Dogs find a way? Adokar kicks his ball over into the corner. And that was absolutely horrific. Adokar, you're the one who's meant to be receiving that ball. What on earth was that? What on earth was that, son? Fox, you're the one who's meant to be getting the kick. Why would you kick that out to Blake Wilson? I have no idea what you're doing. Adokar, you're the one that kick is meant to be for. You don't make that kick. You're not the one making that kick. Anyway, guys, there we go. Good game. 25-24 to the Roosters. They come over the top, which means that they are now 9th position. They get through just there. They get through by the skin of their teeth. But, guys, I got to jump off because in 10 minutes' time, we are going live for the next game, which is going to be the Cowboys and the Storm. The Cowboys and the Storm game. So hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you are new around here. And I will see you guys very, very soon for that one. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching. Catch you later. See ya.